Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Hey,
Fast.
it's a
We jumped in.
podcast.
Hello,
So we got
everybody.
Gus, Gavin, Jack, and Burnie.
How are you doing?
Good.
I almost called myself Joel. I don't know why.
Get a touch of Joel.
I wanted to interrupt you, I guess. I had the feeling that I was going to interrupt you.
Yeah, that sounds like a very Joel thing to do.
Joel's very excited because the economies of
Tanking?
the overseas are collapsing. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, which way overseas?
I don't know. He's very excited
Backwards or
about it,
forwards?
though. He's very, very excited
About the end of the world.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did North Korea put their nukes all back in storage?
Yeah, I did.
What's the story there?
They just lowered them and then put them back down. I had also read a report that some missile experts said that the missiles that they were parading around were not real.
I want to get to a point in my life when I'm referred to as a missile expert. Like, they bring me out. It's like, we have a missile crisis. We need our best missile expert.
Here's a picture of a missile. Is this real? Nope.
Yeah.
They said that it looked like it was made out of it was like a skin stretched over wood and sheet metal.
Get the hell out
Yeah,
of
and
here.
that they're not actually real missiles.
Why do they have to store them? Can they not just leave them on the launcher for...
Well, someone might come and steal the keys. If I can go joyriding in the missile.
I would
Start whacking off mailboxes while riding it.
I would imagine that if you left your missiles out in the open, that eventually the missiles would get blown up mysteriously somehow. Like, I think
Yeah, but
that
it'd be
would just
your
happen.
open.
What's that?
You own the open.
Yeah, but
What I'm saying is,
James
like-
Bond is going to show up
Right.
and blow your missile up.
What
Yeah.
if he goes to
Disappear.
storage and does it?
Well, the point of putting in storage is we don't know where storage is. We have ideas, but
Yeah, storage might also be heavily guarded and underground versus just out.
you
So they'd be
read.
better off launching it from storage, just open a hole in the ceiling.
I think that's
fly
like
it up.
the idea behind those underground missile bunkers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a great bit in World War Z about North Korea and sort
Yeah,
of
I was just about to talk about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's a cool thing when they talk about basically, well, I don't want to spoil it.
Nah, it's okay.
Well, what's the spoiler? We came up with some definitions last week, right?
Was the North Korea story in the audiobook? We took a trip
No,
from
it's not.
Los Angeles, San Francisco, and we listened to the entire. No, it was not. So if it's not in the audiobook, it probably didn't make the cut for the movie, I'm guessing.
I bet the some of the
think-
audiobook didn't make the cut for the movie either, based on what I've seen.
I don't think
Wait.
anything from the book is in the movie, because the movie is not at all related to the book
Did they
whatsoever.
skip stuff from the book in the audiobook?
Yeah.
It was long audiobook. Like, we listened to it in a car for 8 hours.
But what if you're following along with the book and then it hops over
Who the fuck does that?
It's like I want to see the words and hear the words
Do you
at the
think an
same
audiobook
time.
is so that they can help you read the book?
Is that not how people do it?
Like having an adult around.
It's like learning how to read. Oh,
What
zombie.
if you're reading the book? Come on.
I thought that's what people did.
It's like Mark Hamill's reading over your shoulder
Do you
for
think when we do an Audible ad that we're doing an ad for someone to buy a book so they can listen to the book at the same time?
So you,
Go
you're
on.
thinking about it, yeah, it sounds mental.
Yeah.
it
When you
does,
think
a little
about
bit.
it sounds
Gavin,
insane.
So maybe
I'm
I
in
did-
love with you.
I did it wrong then.
Get
No,
on
no,
the
okay, no, I remember.
What'd you do?
Well, I did that. I read the book with the audio. No, but I remember why I did it now.
What book?
What?
This is why I did it. I had the American version of Harry Potter, and I was listening to the British version because I wanted to see the differences as I was reading it.
Could you tell the difference between the color spelled with a U and without a U? Or flavor?
But they would change stuff like trash, rubbish would be trash and stuff like that. Just
Sorcerer
dialect
would
stuff.
be
Why would they
philosopher.
change that? I feel like for a book like Harry Potter, which is supposedly set in the UK, they would keep it.
Dude, they
that way.
American the hell out of that thing. No, they changed the title of it.
Yeah.
They changed philosopher to sorcerer.
Right, they did.
We don't know.
Sorcerer sounds cool. Philosopher
Listen,
sounds old.
American audiences need to be beat over the head with what it is. Like, is philosopher, when you say philosopher in the UK, does that indicate anything mystical or magical?
No.
Or just a philosopher?
Yeah.
So I
But who owned the stone?
don't know. I haven't read the books. I don't know anything about the movies.
Was it a philosopher or a sorcerer?
I'm asking you.
I don't fucking know. You're the one who read the book twice. You double read the book. You
So
can't tell me?
wait. No, wait. So in the Harry Potter franchise, the title is very specifically associated with what takes place in the story.
Yes.
So what is the Philosopher's Stone? You guys have both seen the movie, I'm assuming.
I don't, it's just
It's been so long.
tiny little wizard waffle, isn't it? You don't,
Wizard
how much do
waffle?
you take in of that? Yeah.
But but like the Goblet of Fire, right? Isn't that right? That's a thing.
You know so much.
And
you
the
pretend
Half-Blood
you-
Prince. It's all about that. I know the titles of these things are about. Is Dobby a title of one of them? The little
No.
Gollum, Harry Potter, the guy who's not Gollum. So, but the Philosopher's Stone has to be something in the first book. What is it?
It's an actual stone.
It's something
Like,
to do with
I know they have it at the end because they're looking for it the whole time because the stone will give them power to bring back Voldemort.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
And then
That's
it's
the
Ashley
answer.
is shaking her head.
That is the answer.
I think
What is the
if only we had a
Philosopher's
Harry
Stone?
Potter.
What is it? What is it? It makes who immortal?
But whose is it?
It makes anybody actually saying whoever uses the Philosopher's Stone is immortal.
So-
just like your average philosopher.
You're shaking your head.
There are multiple people trying to
Didn't-
jump out
I
and
know.
correct us.
Didn't Harry use it? No. What did he do with it?
Yeah, let's not argue with the people off camera.
All right.
I
I was intrigued.
like the
Oh, by
worst-
the way, everyone's tweeting that they read along all the time. to
It is
books.
true.
No.
No, they are. People are tweeting the fact that they read along with audiobooks all the time, and I have to say, what is wrong with all of you people?
Do you read the book while you watch the movie? Like, do you take the Harry Potter book to the movie? Like, ooh, this is my favorite part.
No, you listen to the audiobook and read the book while watching the movie at the same time and wait for it to try to sync
It's just
up.
like watching the movie, except Stephen Fry just starts commentating when there's no dialogue. It's like, Harry walked down the stairs.
Let me ask you this, because maybe this is a thing that I do that most people don't do. Do you, when you play a video game, do you turn on captions
Yes.
by
Yes.
default?
Always.
I wish.
Yes.
Do you do that on TV?
No.
I wish it was
I'm the
built
same
into
way.
the console.
I do it on video games, and I do not do it on
I
TV.
feel like on TV with a DVR, you can always rewind if you miss something. But in a video game, you can't. Like, honestly, I wish that consoles now, like the Xbox 360, you can set your profile so when you play a game, it'll always invert your stick by default. It's your profile setting.
Yeah.
I wish there was a profile setting for subtitles.
I agree.
So I could say
I'm pretty
always
sure there is.
No, there is
No,
not.
there isn't.
I'm pretty sure there is for handicap access. I'm pretty sure
I've
it
looked
exists.
for it before.
Downer.
What's that? What, did they have a special...
I should look for that. I mean,
They
that's,
help people who are deaf? You think that's a bad thing?
that's been a complaint of mine for a long time, so I couldn't find that setting. But if they have it, great. That's
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing I do as soon as I put a game in. Before I even like play the game or do anything, it's like I immediately like, excuse me, options, subtitle. I spit everywhere too.
You know, I probably would have understood the first season of Game of Thrones a little bit
Yeah.
better had I
was
had
gonna say,
closed
you know,
captioning.
I watched the first couple episodes of The British Office with subtitles on. Like
Well,
a friend
it's
of
that
mine.
difficult?
Yeah, well, it's because it's thick slang. If you watch it, you should watch it.
I mean,
It's a
But
good
there's
show.
some things, I know we've talked about this before, like train spotting. Part of the experience is not quite understanding what the fuck they're saying in train spotting.
And some parts of Train Spotting, they subtitle themselves because it's so mental.
It's awesome. It's so, their Scottish accents are so unbelievably thick in that.
Yeah.
Man, that is a great movie, Train Spotting.
I saw it the other day.
Put out by Disney. Hard to believe.
It was?
It was Miramax, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, Miramax, yeah.
Yeah. The reason I knew that was, remember back in the days when DVDs kind of first were getting popular, and it seemed like some studios just had like a template they used for DVDs, and Disney's was like silver on silver, and that's what it was. It was like a gray
Yeah.
with like the silver blocked out for the letters, and Train Spotting was like that. And that's how I knew. I was like, this is Disney? And sure enough, you have Miramax, so it was Disney.
That's the most like roundabout way to find out.
Yeah.
It's like you could have picked up the box and be like, oh, Miramax. Instead, it's like, oh, this disc is.
We always talked about it too. It's like I always wonder, does the average person who watches a movie, do they understand production companies and even directors? Like I know most people know Steven Spielberg. People might now know. I mean, the average person probably knows George Lucas. Might start to know J.J. Abrams now and James Cameron.
James
I
Cameron,
bet
yeah.
most people don't even pay attention to the credits.
I bet they don't.
They don't read it. I
The average
guarantee you
person,
they don't
right?
know production companies. They might recognize a few directors, and that's it.
And with video game developers, there's no way.
No.
Like, do you think the average person knows how many copies of Call of Duty they sell every time that game comes out?
Yeah.
Every
12,
iteration.
13 million, 14
12,
million?
13 million. So of the 12, 13 million copies that they sell, do you think the average owner of that has any concept of the difference between Infinity Ward and Treyarch?
It seems like an interesting thing that you could do is like wait outside of a GameStop and just film people.
Right.
Walking out, like, what did you buy? Who made that game? Or, do you like Madden? Who makes Madden?
Yeah.
So what was the thing about this, about Ghosts? Did they dropped either Modern Warfare or they dropped Call of Duty, period?
No,
No, it's
they
Modern
dropped
Warfare.
It's
They
Call
just
of,
dropped the
Call of Duty
This would have
Ghost.
been Modern Warfare 4, right?
They should have called it Modern Warfare.
What came after? Oh, it was Black
Get
Ops
out,
2. Yeah,
Gavin.
you're right.
Yeah,
This would have been Modern Warfare
So this,
4.
if you were following along the line, this would have been Modern Warfare 4. It would have been Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 as opposed to Call of Duty 4 Modern
So it's
Warfare.
Call of Duty Ghost, which is a prequel to Call of Duty 3.
Is it a prequel?
Well, it's about the character Ghost, right?
I don't know, because it's Ghosts, which is, I think it's about like
Is
assassins.
that him and his brothers?
But doesn't he die every time?
It's about Kerrigan.
Does he?
Ghost isn't Ghost Gary from the first one?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well,
Can I tell you, I've played a lot of the Modern Warfare games, Call of Duty games. I played all the way through. I have 1,000 points in Modern Warfare, the first one. I don't know the story. I don't know that there's characters. I didn't even know there was
I'm pretty
continuing
sure
characters.
Ghost is dead. I think
There's
Ghost
Captain
died.
Price.
Ghost is the dude with the face with the.
Yeah, he died. He died in Modern Warfare 2.
He dies in all of them. It's the same. It's the same dude every time. He just comes back. Like the first one is called like Gary or something.
There are some
and then
hardcore Call of Duty fans right now who are very upset about this conversation.
No, Ghost was in Modern Warfare 2. Like after you raid that guy's bunker, after you raid the guy's house, then
I know,
then you go
what did
walk
I
back
just
to the
say?
ship. You said it's some guy named Gary.
Who was the
You
dude
said
in
he
the
dies.
first
You said he
one?
dies in every game.
Yeah, the dude. Well,
I
Ghost
think
died
existed
in
until
2, right?
Yes, Ghost died in 2.
Is he in 3?
I don't think so.
But if he died in 2, he can't be in 3.
He died in 1 and he was in 2.
He wasn't in 1.
Here,
I didn't know he was
I
in
gotta
one.
read some responses from Twitter. This all caps. They did not drop Modern Warfare 4. Sledgehammer is making it now. I guess Sledgehammer's a new developer.
Sledgehammer is the guys who did. They're actually from Visceral Games. They're the guys who did Dead Space 1.
So Ghost takes place in the future. It's his son. I don't know who him is.
Oh, it's his
or
son.
if It's his son.
So it's Patrick Swayze's son.
Okay, that all makes sense.
Soap is gonna be suds or something.
It's gonna be bubbly.
All right, and we're getting screamed at for saying the Ghost is dead. No, Ghost is not dead. Then now Ghost is dead. Soap is dead.
Everyone's dead. Fuck it.
Modern Warfare
about-
series is over. Get used to
No,
it.
it's funny. I'm actually when I was in
guy's angry.
Supernova in Australia, I met Tony Todd,
Gaz.
who does one of the voices of the characters from Modern Warfare 3. And at one point, you murder him, and he's like, "Did you kill me? I bet you killed me. You fucking murdered me, didn't you?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I totally killed you." So it was very strange meeting
Oh,
a
the
voice
voice
actor.
actor said that.
Yeah, the voice actor.
I never know I think the only people I know who work on games are the guys at Bungie and 343 because of all the Vidocs and stuff.
Have we announced any of the people that are coming to RTX yet? One of the voice actors that we have coming to.
We
don't think
can't
so.
say that yet.
Okay, that'll
We
be
have,
fun.
we have a lot of stuff that we're working on official press releases for.
Sure, you bet.
People
Okay.
really don't like regular people.
Regular people.
Like we're all into movies and games and stuff, but people who just passively watch movies, they don't
Sure.
know anything about the directors and all that, like you were saying.
No.
Like, I don't know.
But I have this-
I don't know anything about music. I don't know who music. I can't name a single music producer. Like, oh, that person produced this album. They produced that album. I'm like,
I
what
have
does
a
that
f-
person do?
I
just
have
know
a
the
friend.
artist, that's it.
I have a friend who doesn't know anything. He barely knows actors' names. He might know Bruce Willis and Tom Cruise, and that's about it. But I once asked him what are his favorite films, and he said Transformers, Bad Boys, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, The Rock. Inadvertently listed about 6 Michael Bay movies. I was
Really?
like, you just... They're all made by the same person. He's like, what are you talking about?
Did he even grasp it? Did he even understand what that meant?
I don't think so. I was shocked,
Well-
gobsmacked.
Oh, that's interesting.
Gobsmacked.
Dr. Gobsmack.
Should show him a Simon West movie and see if he likes that, like Con Air or something. Simon West was like when after they couldn't get Michael Bay anymore, they got Simon West to do all those movies. Jack, can I say something?
Yes,
have you shown your tattoo on the podcast yet? The tattoo that you
think I
got
mentioned
in
it.
Australia?
You
I don't know if I
Why don't you guys
officially
show
showed-
it?
Yeah, so.
Are we
see if we
we're
can get
all
a
washed
tight-
out. We all look
There
like
you go.
we're sepia today. So that tattoo, can I tell
I
you
don't know if
something
we're zooming
that
in or
you,
not.
I don't know if
Zoom
you've
in
been
the
told
other
this or
camera
not. Out of the corner of my eye, when I catch it, it looks like you have
you
a
go.
swastika on your arm. Out of the corner of my eye. Out of the corner of my eye. When I catch it every now and then, it freaks me out.
All right.
Are you gonna build on that, or is
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
like?
The idea is like with major life events, I'm gonna get more pieces.
Eventually, if he doesn't like it, he'll just fill it all in and it'll disappear.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So.
And will you color
joke.
them
It's a
based
Tetris.
on the life event?
No. I'll color them just based on the actual piece.
That seems like achievement hunter.
Fucking throwing out gold.
I think that was,
Hunter
that was,
color.
that was his pure luck.
Nothing.
Oh, it's your luck.
No.
Yeah, there's a green one and a red one of the S blocks.
See, I didn't know that. Did you know that, Gus? That there's only 2 colors of that block?
Well, it depends
In
on
Tetris?
which version of Tetris you're playing, but I think it's the arcade version. It's the green and red.
Arcade version of
Oh
Tetris.
my god. But yeah.
Sorry, Gavin and I were having a sidebar.
Yeah, what was your sidebar?
Nobody was appreciating my joke, so I had to make Gavin appreciate it.
It was funny. It was a
Yeah,
good
no,
joke.
you had to make it. You will appreciate
You
this
will
joke.
appreciate this.
You will laugh.
So
No,
I was at a wedding in Vegas over the weekend.
Yeah, it was. Can you say who it is?
Yeah, it was for Becca, who does the voice of Sister in Red vs. Blue.
Yep.
And the ceremony was at Caesar's Palace. And during the reception, or I should say after the ceremony, we went up to go to the reception, and I was waiting outside of the ballroom because it wasn't quite ready yet. And I'm standing there like staring at this closed door, and this woman says, "Excuse me," and walks right next to me, like literally right in front of me. And I look at her, it's like, it's Heather Graham. And she just like walked down the hall, and the only thing I could think as she was walking by was, I've seen her boobs.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I could think as she was walking down the hall. And so we go in, we go to the reception. We're sitting there, cake cutting, all your typical wedding stuff. And then Bradley Cooper and Zach Galifianakis walked in. I guess they were all like around the corner there at Caesars doing press for Hangover 3.
Yeah.
and they saw there was a wedding going on, so they just like walked in and crashed it.
That's like one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah, it's like you are literally in Vegas at Caesars, and like people from
And the Hangover guy.
the Hangover guys like just walk in.
Do you think you would get that if you saw a porn star, but it'd be more disturbing?
I don't think you'd know who they were.
But like, if you recognize one, it'd be like, I've seen so far up inside you that you can't even see it if you want to.
Did I tell you about the time I met a porn star at a party in California? And we
I've
were
heard
just
the
like,
story.
we were at a party, and I was like, I know you. I was like, I know you from somewhere. She goes, nope. And I'm like, I swear. I swear I know you from
Can't let it
somewhere.
go.
I was like, I know you. She goes, and she was like, being real funny about it. She's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think we've ever met. I'm like, I swear to God, I know you. We all the way through the whole party, get done, go out, get in the car. Like, all right, let's go. Fuck, porn star. Like, it like clicked all at once.
Why wouldn't
she
she
was
own up
being-
to it?
she
Or
was being
he,
really
I don't
cool about
know.
It was she. It was just, I could tell it probably happens to her a lot, and she was probably saving me embarrassment
Yeah.
by telling me.
Was this like, was she
You
like
saw
a
me in
date
Butt
of someone?
Slammer 7. Oh, right.
Right.
Like, was she on a date with somebody?
Yeah,
And,
she
like-
was.
Okay.
She was on a date with somebody.
Nice.
A voice actor from video game, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Did he
Would it
know?
be-
Leave it at that.
Would it be creepy if you went up to him?
Didn't recognize him.
Would it be creepy if you went up to him and gave him tips on what she liked?
No. No, I'm not going to do that. Yes, it would be very creepy. That would be extraordinarily creepy.
And if Chris was there, he'd run up and curse her baby.
What a dipshit. Chris, you're gonna get killed, dude. You're gonna get killed in a mall, and we're all gonna be okay with it. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like I never want to get killed or die in a way that like people are like, when they hear about it, they'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he should have died. Like if like running up to people in a mall and telling them he cursed their baby or whatever. Or like the dude who jumps out of an airplane without a parachute. He like throws his parachute out and then jumps after it. It's like if that guy died, you'd go be like, oh, of course he
Yeah,
died.
like a guy that swallows swords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought we were going to die today, actually, in the control room over here. Right before the podcast, we had some sandwiches over here. We were eating sandwiches, waiting for the podcast to start. And Chris walks in, and he's got like a little container in his hand. And he goes up to Karen and goes, put your hands out, put your hands out.
Oh shit.
And she's like, no, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. So then Brandon says, fine, I'll do it. And he puts his hand out, and Chris pours this liquid metal into Brandon's hands. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that mercury? And he's like, no, this is thallium. I found it on the internet. And everyone were like, what's thallium? What is that? He goes, oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
What did you do?
First he was like, no, this is metal.
I was like, that's what mercury is, you lunatic. He's like, no, it's fine. So so he poured thallium into Brandon's hands, and Brandon immediately dropped it everywhere, and it just fell all in the
God.
carpet.
Chris
Really?
then spent the next 10 minutes trying to like smear it off the carpet.
All right, now
back
I gotta
on
look
the
up
pot.
toxicity of
Isn't
thallium.
thallium the stuff they used in Terminator 2 to like show like the T-1000 melting?
It
and
looked like the
then pulling?
T-1000.
I think that might be it, actually.
Hey, did I read recently, Gus, that what's your element that you love so much that's gonna replace
Thorium.
it?
Thorium.
Thorium. I was reading the thorium is being bought up by somebody.
Well, aren't they building a reactor in China?
Numerous people are. They're building reactors in China and India both.
Nice. You invested in it?
And it's hard. I mean, you invest in like a mining or middle company. Don't bring that over here. I don't want to fucking touch it. He's bringing the thallium out here.
Gavin will touch it.
Nah,
Look, Gavin, nah.
just pour it on the table or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, maybe it's time to play Gavin or Google. I looked up on Google. I looked up thallium. Do you know what the first autocomplete is on thallium?
Thalia?
Thallium poisoning. Thallium poisoning. Thallium and its
Everyone said-
compounds are often highly toxic.
Hey, there we go.
Contact with skin is dangerous.
Oh my god.
Brandon had it all over his
And he
hands.
added-
His hands were colored like gray.
Oh,
He
God.
came out and he said it looked like I just jerked off the Tin Man.
He was trying to get me to put it on my sandwich.
What? Trying to put it on. Oh, there you go. Oh, his hands are still gray. Oh,
He said
God.
also when Brandon had it in his hands, he said it burned.
Oh, God. It burned.
Yeah.
So you kept it on his hand.
Yeah.
Thallium was used as poison and a murder weapon. What is poison then? Is it not a murder weapon?
Australia had a thallium craze. In Australia in the early 1950s, there was a notable spate of cases of murder or attempted murder by thallium poisoning. At this time, due to chronic rat infestation problems in overcrowded inner-city suburbs, notably in Sydney, and thallium's effectiveness as a rat poison, it was still readily available over the counter in New South Wales, where thallium sulfate was marketed as a commercial rat bait under the name Thal Rat. Those brilliant Australian marketers. So
So it might-
Nikolai Kolkov, a former KGB assassin, was poisoned with thallium. Kolkov fell ill with stomach cramps and nausea. Within days, his hair had fallen out, and he was covered with marks on his skin. Where the fuck did you get that? Amazon. Amazon.
Oh.
I read about it on Reddit.
So
the
you
picture on
took-
screen was I read about it on Reddit, and Reddit said it was non-toxic.
You took non-toxic from something written on Reddit.
Did a red duck tell you that? Because I gotta tell you, the red duck, you don't listen to the red duck. And the green duck, you should be highly suspect of. That's all I'm saying. All right, let me look up Reddit thallium.
Okay, bring the container here.
There's no way you
Alright.
bought that if that's what it is.
Do we
It's
have a
probably someone
glove or
else.
something we can put it on?
No, I don't want it. Don't get it
No, I
over
just want to see
here.
the container.
Put it
I
on
don't
that
want
side.
to handle it. I just want to see
Oh,
the container.
oh,
What are you
geez,
doing?
don't
No,
throw it.
hand it to me. Bring it in and hand it to me.
What's it? All right.
Nope.
It's heavy. This
Nope.
is really. This is like half a. No, not half a pound. Maybe a quarter pound.
Calm down. Oh, wow, that is heavy. Wow, that's crazy.
That is an unmarked plastic jar that you got from the internet.
It's
You
on
didn't
my
look it
hands.
up? You didn't look at thallium once?
It is
Where'd you
on-
get this?
It's on my hands.
Yeah, it's on the bottle. On the outside
Yeah,
of the bottle.
go figure. I don't want to look at it. I just want to touch the container that it's in. Don't get that near me. Put it over there. Get it away.
Here, get it over here. Let's get this out of here.
Are you
How do you
fucking
dispose
kidding
of
me?
it? Jesus!
Thanks for bringing poison into the office, Chris.
So,
Much
Chris, you
appreciated.
ordered that from Amazon for real? I'm going to go look it up.
All right, here, while you look
Are
that
you
up.
sure it's called thallium and not something else?
Thallium for men is a cologne.
Here, while you look that up, I'm going to read this.
Let's play Chris or Amazon.
So, I want to remind everyone, this episode is brought to you by.
Gallium with a G.
No, gallium's different than thallium.
Oh, people are saying, okay.
Chris, did you buy gallium or did you buy thallium?
Chris is
Not sure.
frantically on his phone scrolling through all the weird chemicals he's
I
bought
thought
this week.
gallium at this temperature would be a solid, but I thought it melts at like 98 degrees. I thought is the melting point of gallium.
So you put it in your hand? It is gallium.
Yeah,
You bought gallium.
You bought gallium.
You didn't buy thallium.
Oh, please?
Yeah, please do. He's saying, I can check my Amazon.
Fuck
If
you,
it's
whoever
really
said I
important, check my
misheard.
Amazon.
I did not mishear. He said thallium.
Yeah, he did.
No, you did not mishear.
Yeah, so,
Someone is accusing you of that?
yeah, someone's like, you misheard. Gus misheard.
I think you're yelling at a screen.
I
Yeah,
like
fuck
that-
you.
How much
You
of an
Mr.
old man are
Internet
you?
guy. I hope you
You
hear
were actually
me.
pointing and shaking.
Yeah,
the screen.
Tyler
go.
274. You're gonna
Why
get
I
it.
order?
That's the screen we're looking at right now. So if you're watching the live stream, you can see that's what we're keeping an eye on. So
Unlike mercury, liquid gallium wets skin and glass, which makes it harder to handle, which would explain why your hands are gray. After you handle mercury, your hands don't turn gray because it doesn't wet.
just
It
fall
doesn't
off.
wet anything. Yeah, it just like it all moves with it. So I hope it was gallium that you bought.
Yeah, he's
and not
nodding his head.
thallium.
Why did you?
I don't know anything about gallium. All I know is that gallium doesn't autocomplete to kill you. Basically.
I remember in my high school chemistry textbook, there was a picture of someone melting gallium in their hand. That's all I know. That's all I remember about gallium from chemistry.
Okay, so that's a great example. Here we are back to the discussion again of the proliferation of technology. When you were younger, it was a picture in your textbook. Now he's got it because he can order it off Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And then he could accidentally poison everyone he works with because they assume if you're ordering thallium or gallium, you know what the fuck you're doing with it. I did that when I was a kid too. I ordered, I want to make gunpowder, so I went down to the local pharmacist.
What's
and
wrong with you?
You can order just like those big plastic jugs of just compounds. Like, I went in, I'm a 9-year-old kid. I went to the pharmacist and said, I need 1 pound of carbon, 1 pound of saltpeter, and 1 pound of sulfur. And the pharmacist goes, okay, come back in a week. And I came back and I got my 3 components. All that can be used to make is gunpowder.
you got 3 pounds of gunpowder as a 9-year-old child.
So if you added a few more, like 6-inch fuse and earmuffs, do you think he would have been like, yeah?
I need a map to the Capitol. And I need a history of Guy Fawkes.
God.
But
When
have you gotten killed this week with all these fucking Twitter warnings of you guys have a 3D printer, watch out,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
print guns on it. I've gotten a million people
I've gotten-
emailing me and tweeting me about 3D printing a gun.
I've got
do you mean,
that.
watch out?
I've got the Xbox disc changer, and there's one other one I get all the time too.
Listen, I want to just let everybody know that we live in Texas. If we want a gun, we'll go get a gun. Like, I get a gun right now. I get a gun a lot faster than I can 3D print it.
Yeah, I think there is at least one place within a mile here you can buy a gun at. It's got to be.
If I said go get a gun right now, go buy one, how long would it take you?
I'd go to Walmart.
Let's
If
assume it's,
like
let's assume it's middle of the day.
right over there. I'd go to the Walmart like right over there.
How long would it take you?
10 minutes?
Do they have guns at that Walmart?
Can you
They
walk
should.
out with a gun?
I don't know if they
no, they'll give it to you at the door.
That you'd have to wait a day.
No.
No.
They'll do a background check there. Maybe
They hold it, and you have to have a running start, and then you like a football. You take.
So do you have to be?
They do background checks there.
yeah, they'll do a background check.
Do you have to be a citizen?
I would assume you. Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
You can't buy one if you're a felon. If you have a felony on your record.
Do you
So
believe
if you're
in
Australian, probably not, but you're British, so you're probably okay.
do you believe in
Oh, I'll take
background
that.
checks for
Who said it? Who's the fan who sent him, Kara?
do you believe on background checks
Kara,
for
if you-
gun
if-
owners?
Yeah,
Kara's
absolutely.
trying to hand me lava cakes from 40 feet away. You can move a lot better than I can. Look at this. Say hello, Kara. You want to
someone ordered.
Here's the note right there.
Okay, here's
All
the
right, we
note.
have a note.
We just got sent a fan sent us Domino's lava cakes.
The fan isn't Mr. Peter Domino, is it?
Look at that.
Some free advertising there.
How come Brandon didn't eat one of these?
Let's
Chris,
cover it
do you
in
want
cover it
one?
in gallium. Let's see what happens.
A lot of them.
I'm gonna zoom.
Do you,
There's like 5 boxes.
could
There's
you
like
eat one
5
in one
boxes.
bite?
Delicious.
There's a note apparently you're supposed to read.
Oh, sorry. There's a note I'm supposed to read.
All right.
I sent the thallium. You have 4 days to live. Please tell the people you deliver. Sorry, it's late. And love from Ryle, the site. Ryle the site sent this
There
to
you
us.
go. Thank you very much.
So thanks, Ryle the site.
So please, no one else send anything.
Maybe it's Ryle from the site is maybe what somebody left something out. Ryle from the site. R-I-L-E. So thank you, Ryle.com, for sending us Domino's. These things are awesome.
Bit for RTX.
So
Oh, fuck that.
one time when I was in high school, we found like we were going through the storeroom of our chemistry class,
So good.
and I found a big solid block of sodium. It was like this big.
Did you chuck it in water?
Yeah, we pulled it out and we put it on a disc, and then we like hid behind another disc and tried to squirt it with
Oh my
water to
God.
make it explode, but nothing happened. I think like when we had pulled it out, like it had formed a layer.
You were actually using Godium.
I believed you for half a second. I was like, I've never heard of Godium.
Maybe it was Godium. I didn't read the label.
But yeah, like that was so dumb. I'm glad that it didn't go off because that was like it was a huge chunk of sodium. That would have been
That could have blown all the
that would have
windows
been a
out.
big fucking
Yeah.
explosion.
Because you get like a tiny little clump and it goes mental on water.
Yeah, it was like a kilo or like yeah, it was like
What's the closest you've been to accidentally killing yourself?
probably fucking spraying water at a giant hunk of sodium.
You think that would be
Yeah,
it?
you know worse.
I've almost fallen out of a tree. I literally was falling and I just reached up, grabbed a limb, and caught myself.
Like Tarzan.
Yeah. Like on my way down, I was swinging my arms until I managed to catch on to something.
I
Your
hate
teeth
when-
are all like
I
black.
hate when people- I hate when people do that. Can we get a gnarly close-up of that?
Oh.
I,
But I want to go back to my original point.
How
I
delicious
was
is
making
that?
about. That's so good. Have some of it.
All right.
Going to the
going
point
on?
I was making about proliferation of technology. So I talked about how that eventually we're going to have to decide as a society to stop advancing technology because we're going to get to the point where, like, we went from all riding horses to landing on the moon in 50 years, right? That was a time frame between those two different things. Like everybody had a horse. Like the cars became, common in the mid-teens, 19-teens, whatever that was. Then in the 60s, we're standing on the moon. We're going from fighting with muskets in the Civil War to now we can print a machine gun in our house. We can manufacture and print a machine gun, mass print them if we wanted to. So eventually we're going to get to the point where it's like something we're going to do is going to get in the hands of everybody where someone's going to fuck up. And
no, what'll happen is we'll build nanites, like self-replicating nanobots, that'll just fucking cover the world.
so you're just assuming that someone else is going to solve the problem with the better
No.
technology.
No, that's gonna be the destruction.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
see what you're
not-
saying.
That's not solving the problem. That is
That
the
is
problem.
the problem.
So did you read, I was horrifying myself by reading this article. Did you read that a Chinese lab has decided to start experimenting with the avian,
I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
of a dog then when
the
you said
bird
that.
flu?
Oh, right, yeah. They
Yeah.
made like an airborne version of it, right?
Yeah, they decided.
Just for kicks.
Just for the hell of it. They made 127 different variants of the bird flu combined with the H1N1 flu, the highly infectious flu with the most deadly flu.
Wasn't this the end of 12 Monkeys?
I mean, it's just like,
Thanks, Jack.
I watched that movie.
it's just you got to realize that like somebody, it's what I call the Superman problem, is that Superman has to bat 1,000. He can't ever not stop the villain from destroying the world because if he ever messes up once, the world gets destroyed. You know, and then that'd be a funny premise. What does Superman do if the world's destroyed? He's just sitting there.
That's
He's sitting in orbit around the sun by himself at that point.
That's kind of the. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of the premise of that video game, Injustice: Gods Among Men. Is that what is it that the Joker successfully detonates a nuclear bomb in Metropolis and kills everyone. So Superman goes crazy and institutes martial law.
What a
that
dick.
there's a division amongst the superheroes, like those who support Superman and those who are
Couldn't
against
Superman
him.
just fly backwards in a circle around all the debris
That's
and get?
so-
Only if
such
it's Superman 2.
One. That was
One.
That was such. I
so
was all
stupid.
for Superman until I found out that happened in one of the movies.
Can you imagine like the Earth rotating and stopping? Like just the momentum of that, like all the oceans and everything, what that would do, and then reversing it.
Also,
you know?
if he can fly around the Earth this fast in 1 second, why doesn't he fly at that speed all the time?
That's a good point.
He was in space.
There's always those sweeping shots of him flying over a city, and it's
Doesn't he
taking
have
him
to build
ages.
momentum though? Like
he,
he can't.
he doesn't want. Also, he doesn't want to create a sonic boom and destroy everything.
That's true.
He had to go to space to do that.
It's
Are
dumb
you excited for the new
argument, isn't
movie? New movie's coming out pretty
I'm
soon.
not
right?
excited. The last movie was so terrible.
it? He
I-
deflected a bullet with his eye. That was awesome.
Nah.
Let me tell you something. I will be excited for a Superman movie when we see a Superman movie that does not cover his origin story.
Origin.
We've seen that.
The
cover.
last one
I
wasn't
know how
origin.
that
yeah,
works.
the last one was Origin.
They're
Yeah,
all
he came
origin
back.
No,
stories.
yeah, it was actually. Well, it was.
He came back from
there was
Superman 4.
elements of origin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
it
had,
was-
he had Marlon Brando. They made a whole big deal about putting Marlon Brando
Yeah, they
in it.
still fucking did the Origin again.
They do the whole Ma and Pa Kent, the whole Kansas farm. They do all that stuff.
Fuck them. I don't want to see them. You know what? I hate Ma Kent.
Yeah,
I hate Pa Kent.
We get it. We know who Superman
Kevin
is.
Costner this time though.
He's from the fucking Midwest, right?
You know,
Big
I gotta
deal.
say,
I
one of the
know.
most entertaining original Superman things I've seen in the modern cinematic era was the speech that David Carradine does about Superman at the end of Kill Bill. That was awesome. Do you remember that Tarantino wrote?
In a while.
Man,
Yeah.
he basically wrote the whole thing about the perspective of Superman is like he doesn't dress up as Superman, he is Superman. Those are his clothes. He came here in those clothes. He dresses up as us.
Yeah.
And it's like how like Clark Kent is his comment on the human race. Superman's comment on the human race. Like Batman dresses up as Batman. He is Bruce Wayne. But Superman is Superman. He dresses up like Clark Kent. And I thought it was a brilliant speech. You know.
Didn't Kevin Smith or like some big comic person like refuted that claim or had like made a counterpoint argument?
What was it?
I don't remember because I didn't agree with it. I agreed with the Kill Bill version.
Yeah, there's a dude I follow on Twitter. It's like I didn't know. I knew he was a Superman fan, but he's gone like off the walls now that the Superman movie's coming out, and he's like talking about Superman all the time on Twitter.
Who's that?
It's 6OK.
Oh,
He talks about Superman. He does like a podcast on Superman and everything. That guy is like an expert on Superman.
Can you get? Because
Go ahead.
there's a plane flying overhead. It's kind of distracting.
Hey, hand me the rest of those chocolate things. I want the rest.
so he was flying around the Earth like mental fast. Does light go that fast around the Earth?
Gavin, it's total horseshit. I mean, I don't know what that's based in.
Someone tweeted at us that we should get our facts right. That Superman went back in time. He didn't actually reverse time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he actually reversed time.
He did.
In
He
the
reversed
movie.
time. In the movie,
She gets uncrushed by the Earth.
The ravine like undoes itself. He doesn't go back in time, and then he has to go back and start the Earth back up the right
Right.
way. Because he reverses the Earth, then he doesn't go down and save her, and then go back into space.
Although-
he goes the Earth back,
He kicks
then
it back
starts
in,
it
yeah.
forward
Yeah.
again.
Although the faster you go, the slower time gets, right?
Yes.
Not me. Look, I'm not moving. My delta for movement is this to this on the galactic scale of that.
Is it
So-
possible to get light stuck between two mirrors?
All right, let's play Gavin or Google. we got it.
Is it possible? It's a good start for Gavin or
It is.
Google.
All right, Brandon, we ready to play some Gavin or Google?
Play Gavin or
Do
Google.
I get to sing with
Gavin
the
or
theme
Google?
song, or does it play on its own?
It plays on its own.
All right.
Oh,
There goes that.
let's go.
All right.
So it takes a little while.
Google,
Oh, sorry, I didn't give any warning.
Google or Gavin, which one said it? Let's find out. Hey!
I'm feeling lucky.
All right, so let's play Gavin or Google. This is the game where we discovered two things on the podcast. We discovered that Mr. Gavin Free likes to ask brilliantly stupid questions, and we also discovered that Google will auto-complete with the most popular answers that are asked to Google, and those often are very frightening what the average person asks Google. So
I
let's
wanna
play
Congratulate you on your win already.
Gavin or Google. And what'll happen is I'll give a phrase. It's usually a 3 or 4 word phrase, and then I will give 2 auto-completes. One came from Gavin, one came from Google. Gus and Jack will have to figure out which is which, Gavin or Google.
I'm going to try and not laugh.
I'm 0 for 2 in Gavin or Google.
All right, are you ready?
You do, Jack.
Gus, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Jack?
I am ready.
Okay. Gosh, I have 4 this week in case there's a tiebreaker.
Why would we need a tiebreaker for 3?
Well, if we tied, we'll
You tie.
pick the
So
same
just in
thing.
case there's a tiebreaker. Because you guys can both get the right answer, and one of them.
Did you just ask how can you tie?
You've tied like 4
It's a
times.
stupid question in retrospect.
All right, the first phrase in Gavin or Google is, can you ever be?
Can you
Can
ever be? Can
Okay.
you ever be?
1, Gavin or Google said, can you ever be just whelmed?
What?
Just whelmed.
As opposed to overwhelmed.
Or underwhelmed. Can
Okay.
you be just whelmed?
Can you be just
I already know this one. I
whelmed?
already know this one.
And then the other person or computer wanted to know, can you ever be too fast for your own legs?
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Which one is
Oh,
Gavin
man.
or which one is Google?
Gus, I'll let you have the first one.
I'll
Gus is
say
defending champion.
just whelmed is Gavin.
I'm agreeing with Gus on this one.
And the too fast for your own legs was Google?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are both incorrect.
Oh shit!
People wanted to know on Google, can you ever be just whelmed? Just, I'm whelmed.
So-
I'm not underwhelmed, I'm not overwhelmed.
Can you?
I'm trying. I've never heard
You don't
of
look up the answer?
No, I'm curious.
I've never,
I gotta know now.
I've never heard of being whelmed.
So I guess whelmed is like your normal state of being.
Either you're over
So-
or under.
Like you
So
hear someone
why the fuck did you think that? Can you ever be too fast for your own legs? We got to start exploring these a little
Yeah.
more.
Go ahead,
Do we though?
please. I got.
Well, in what
Lava
situation
cakes.
would you be too fast for your own
Well,
legs?
what would
Some
happen to you?
people-
What would happen to you if you were too fast for your own legs?
you'd just fall down.
So
You'd be running,
Would
but
you
just-
fall forwards or fall backwards?
I don't know. You would just be too fast to be functional.
So you'd like fall backwards because
You know
your legs
how-
would be too fast.
You know how some people get struck by lightning and they can jump really high?
Yeah.
No.
You-
I
no,
don't
that's-
know
Yes,
that.
yes,
yes,
I
yeah,
don't know
you
that.
gotta
Shut
say
the fuck up.
yes.
I don't
Of course,
know that.
of course, yeah.
There was a dude who got struck by lightning and he jumped like 12 feet in the air because of the supercharged legs. So I was thinking, does anyone have legs that are too muscly and too powerful to carry them properly? Like they're just too fast and they just trip.
Wasn't there? I might totally be mixing up with
'Cause
science
you
fiction.
run your top
Didn't somebody
speed-
break their own bones because their muscles got too strong for their arms?
It's like it's similar. All right, next one. What's enough of that?
Let's get away from it.
That's like you see the arm wrestlers who will break their own forearms.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
ever seen that? That's creepy.
I don't want to see that.
Like pro arm wrestler guys.
So this one was actually a little bit of a variation.
Oh.
This one was, does the moon, the phrase has to
Oh no.
contain, or the whole question has to contain
Science
the phrase,
portion of our podcast.
does the moon?
Does the moon?
And one of either Gavin or Google said, does the moon ever lose any of its dust?
Okay.
All right.
And the other one wanted to know, why does the moon always make me tired?
I'm gonna say the dust one is Gavin.
I'm gonna say the tired one is Gavin.
You say the tired one is Gavin. Jack, you're in the lead. That was the second most popular choice for why does the moon. People want to know why the moon makes them tired.
Does the moon lose its dust? Is that what he said?
Do you know what moon dust is called?
No.
No, what is it called?
Regolith.
What?
You don't know that?
Is that a Game of Thrones
Regolith
thing?
sounds like a superhero who was hit by lightning and now can jump. That's what I'm hearing.
It's
Gotta jump 12 feet in the air.
Regolith.
yeah, it's a big problem with spacecraft. Like with the Apollo missions, it's very corrosive.
Yeah, it is a layer of loose, heterogeneous material covering solid rock. It includes dust, soil, broken rock. Isn't dust, soil, and broken rock all the same thing?
Yeah, does that
Different sizes.
Does it not exist on Earth? It's just a moon thing?
I think it's just a moon thing.
Just a
I,
moon thing.
I think it is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Well,
it-
an
moon thing.
extraterrestrial thing, I should
Yeah,
say,
we're,
right?
an astronaut just retired today. While we play Gavin or Google, let's talk
Did,
about somebody who's
did
actually
Commander
smart.
Hatfield retired
Yeah,
today?
he's done.
He
He's
did
like,
a
no more
cool-
space missions, right?
Dude, he did
He sung Space Oddity on the
yeah, he sang
space station.
freaking Space Oddity on the space station. That is fucking awesome.
I did say, remember the party that we went to and everybody here was super excited that we had at South by
Yeah.
when Scumbag Steve and Grumpy Cat showed up? I got super excited because the dude from NASA showed up.
The Mohawk
The
dude.
Mohawk
Yeah,
guy.
we talked
I
about
didn't
it.
see him. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that guy was like totally starstruck.
But the Hatfield dude is the guy that Ed did the duet with,
Yeah.
didn't he?
yeah.
And he was
It's
talking
like
to
a-
us about it.
Is somebody singing? I think is what it's
They
called.
called it. They called his Space Odyssey performance the most expensive music video of all time. It's a great honor. to have
Billion.
that.
It would cost billions of dollars
Billions
to make
of
that
dollars.
happen.
So,
That's funny.
does the moon ever lose any of its dust?
Does it? There's no.
Would it be
Atmosphere.
bad if
No
it did?
one knows, Gus.
Would it be?
I don't know. Asking Gavin.
Well, like everything on Earth, if it blows up, blows away, it lands back on Earth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the gravity and atmosphere and all that.
So,
So if like
so
if a lander comes down and kicks up dust, does it just go off?
so the moon doesn't have any gravity, so that's why the dust would leave.
Well, it has less gravity, doesn't it? And there's no atmosphere.
How are astronauts able to stay on the moon though with less gravity? If there's no gravity on the moon, how do they stay?
Well, there's
there?
enough.
This is a common. This is one of the first internet memes, by the way.
What?
Well, there was a guy he had a whole, what was it called? Heavy Boots was the name of it.
Oh yeah, I
Remember
forgot about
Heavy
boots.
Boots? It was like the biggest science fallacies, and it was how people don't think there's any gravity on the moon. It's like, well, how do astronauts stay on the moon? It's like, well, they have heavy boots. It's like, well, and it's like, it was very weird how many people would give that exact same answer when you asked them, how can astronauts stay on the moon? It's because they have heavy boots, even though there's no gravity. According to them, there's clearly gravity on the moon because it's an enormous planetoid, or whatever you want to call it. What is the actual?
It's a satellite.
But what do you? Nah, it's a satellite because it moves around something else. But what is like the structure of a moon? Is it a planetoid?
Sure. Sounds legit.
Is moon an official classification?
It's a moon.
Like it was like moon like.
But there are moons of other planets, so sure.
Yeah, but like if a moon is like, how big is a moon? Anything bigger than a bowling ball? Anything bigger than a city?
I don't know.
Yeah, when does it go from being a satellite to being a moon?
But
No,
it
I
is
think
both.
when does it go from being an asteroid to being a moon?
That's
Right,
probably-
there you go. Because I mean, the Earth is a satellite of the sun.
Yeah, but isn't moon interchangeable with satellite?
No, satellite is what it is. It's satellite. It orbits.
But all moons do that.
Right. A moon is a satellite,
Earth is
but
a
not all
satellite.
satellites are moons.
Earth is a satellite.
And the Venn diagram.
So it's a natural satellite.
Well, yeah, I guess more everything's a satellite. I think what we normally call satellites are artificial satellites that we put up there. By the way, did you know that geosynchronous orbit is way the fuck out there?
Yeah.
It's like halfway to the moon.
It's far.
Yeah. That's
Anything
crazy.
clo-
I don't know why that's crazy to me, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I think anything closer, like most things are just in low Earth orbit, which still has a drag and a decay to it.
And there's that layer where they put all the old stuff they don't need anymore.
Yeah. The debris cloud that's gonna fucking kill someone someday.
Hey, how many like GPS satellites are there?
I think it's like, I don't think it's that many. I think it's like 17 or something like that.
Who owns those?
U.S. government.
The U.S. GPS is a U.S. service. You're welcome.
So there's no
It was,
Russian satellites.
it was a military technology that the government continues to own, and they can shut off at will.
I always see. Here's proliferation of technology. I always heard there was like different classifications of GPS, and they specifically limit them one way or the other. They're either very accurate or very quick, like rapid. But you can't get one that's rapid and accurate.
Also-
like you can get one like architectural ones and engineering ones. You can get like down to the inch, but they have to sync for like a minute to get that. But
surely
one
it's
your
already
car
moved at
is
that point.
faster, but it's only accurate to like 100 feet or so. It's so people can't just build something that is both fast and accurate. They can guide something.
Also, a lot of consumer GPS units shut down if you get above like 150 miles an hour.
I
They
have
just refuse to update.
Have I ever shown you my app that I have on the phone for my travel app?
No.
It's called Fog of the World. And we got one more question left in Gavin
Yeah,
Google.
yeah.
Let's do that, and then I'll come back and tell you
Okay.
about Fog of the World.
Fog of the world.
I want to
World
thank
sounds
you.
cool as
I want to
hell,
remind
though.
everyone that our lava cakes are brought to us by Ryle.com. God, it's funny how something can be
we
so
should probably-
good on the first bite and it tastes like diabetes by like the fifth bite.
We should look at and see what Ryle.com is before you're.
Oh, that's a good point. It's
You're
not,
telling
we're
people
not
to-
sponsored by Ryle.com. That's a joke. It's Ryle from the website.
All right, Gavin or Google, I'm up 1-0. Third question.
Brag about it.
Let me see here. Okay, so the last one is I'm trying to decide if I want to do the tiebreaker or do the other one. Well, maybe you guys go lucky and we'll have to do both of them.
All right.
Is it possible? Was the phrase that I gave to both Gavin or Google.
Is it possible?
One of them wanted to know, is it possible to get a tan on your eyes? The other wanted to know, is it possible for a man to get pregnant?
I'm gonna say. Shit.
Those are both so fucking
Shit.
stupid.
I'm gonna say. Fuck. The pregnancy one is Gavin.
Man,
What do you say?
I want to say pregnancies, Gavin, but I don't think that's. I'm gonna go with tan on eyes.
Is what?
Is Gavin?
Jack wins 2-0.
Hey.
Why do I ask if a man can get pregnant?
Why do you ask any of the shit you ask?
Eyeballs and get tan.
I just want to say, did you know that was the second most popular question asked? And some variation of can a man get pregnant was 3 of the top 8.
Jesus.
That people want to know if a man could get pregnant.
I
on
thought my
Google.
question was decent.
Holy
Everything else,
shit.
the pigment color changes, doesn't it? Do you have eye pigment?
Have you ever seen someone with tan eyes?
I don't know. I've never seen someone who stares into the sun for a long time.
Touche, Gavin.
He got you.
And you would know
He
because
got
they would
you.
have a tan on their eyeballs.
Some
Could you
people
imagine
have.
if you had like really small sunglasses that just fit over your like pupils so you could like tan your eyes and look at the sun? Like totally pitch black contact lenses that bounce all the UV rays so you could just lay there with your eyes open.
I bet it would happen. White stuff fades in the sun.
Fades to what?
Yellow.
Does white fade to yellow?
Yeah? You ever had like a white poster and the sun goes on
So-
it for like 3 years?
I would say it yellow. It's not that it fades to yellow.
What is a fade?
Fade implies going to white or to black.
What? What? So you can only fade to black or white?
Yeah, right? You're either removing color, you're either removing pigment,
Fade
or
to
you're
color.
removing light. You fade to color.
You can. That's a thing. You fade to color.
Like what? Like red turns to blue?
Christ.
No, I'm asking. I don't understand what
You
you're
can
saying.
fade like.
No, he's talking about like if you.
So
have,
if
like,
you lay
a
out in the
stop-
sun to get darker, why don't they call it fading?
No, like.
Why do they call it tanning?
Man, I got faded.
As sad as it
And
is,
what happens when your tan goes away?
I do
It's
understand what
fading.
he's saying. Like, if you have a sign out in the sun for like a decade, that,
Yeah.
that like the red, the sharpness of the red will eventually fade to a wider version of the red. Though.
Or a
That's
darker
what you're
one.
thinking.
No,
That's
no, wait.
Yeah, white or black.
But cream goes brown.
All right, we gotta get off this. We're gonna get off this.
All right,
All right,
fog
that
of
was
the
Gavin
world.
Google. Congratulations to our reigning
Hey.
champion, Mr. Jack Pattillo, with 2 L's.
Well done.
What were you talking about?
Okay, so I have Fog of the World. It's an app that I got for my iPhone, which is, I think I might have talked about this before, but it's like in an MMO when you play and you enter a new region, everything is black, and then when you explore it, you open up the different parts of the map.
Just saying the name of this app, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like that for the real world.
That
And
is
so
awesome.
You travel around and you can see exactly where you went. And the more area that you go, it unlocks certain levels. And it doesn't work in a plane. So that's what you're like. It works via GPS.
Yeah.
And when I get up high enough and fast enough, it won't work.
Surely it's just the height and not the speed at that
No,
point.
it's speed.
Yeah, you think so?
I've heard like in the documentation.
I can understand why they wouldn't want a GPS to work over like 500 miles an hour. That would make sense
Yeah.
to me. Not that a plane goes 500 miles an hour. I don't even know how fast a commercial jet goes.
They can. No? Yeah, I think when you're on like an intercontinental flight, you can get up that fast.
Yeah? I know the cruising altitude, but I don't know the cruising speed. I wonder why that is.
So are you saying you don't put your phone on plane mode when you get on the plane, Burnie?
Never do. Never, ever, ever do.
Man, this last.
Did I tell you that I got screwed over by that? Did I tell you the way that happened?
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. The thing in Mexico. picked it
yeah,
up, right?
we're flying along the Arizona border, and I picked up a Mexican carrier, and it checked my email. And I had data roaming on, so I got like charged $80 to
Good.
check email.
So it
Good.
did
I
work
hope
at-
you got charged $800.
So it worked at 500 miles an hour.
His email did, not the fucking GPS.
What's it doing? How's it getting the email?
Gavin, do you think you get email via GPS?
Oh god.
Well, isn't it the same network, the same data?
No, not at all. In
No.
fact, if you were trapped out in the middle of Yosemite National Park, you could not get a cell phone signal or a data signal, but you'd be able to find your blue dot.
Yeah.
Which
GPS
probably wouldn't
work.
be all that helpful, except you could tell you're going in the same direction
I
because
think-
you'd be a blue dot on a grid.
Your compass will work.
Compass.
How do you say it?
Compass.
Compass.
We just put out that RTAA literally this last week.
compass. Your compass. Oh yeah, that's
Compass.
right. Your compass would still work.
What's GPRS?
That's a network.
That's also GRPS, I think, isn't it?
I think you're thinking about the role-playing game, GURPS.
GURPS.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think you're
So
right.
that's-
GPRS is like a network, like Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the,
a simi-
it's the
it sounds
circle.
similar.
It's the really slow one.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
different to GPS.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, fair play.
There you go.
Right?
Also, guppies don't run on GPS. They're just fish. They run on fish flakes. That's it. I want to show this to Jack, though. You can see, like, everywhere that I've been, you can see, like that's a road trip I took from.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a road trip I took from San Francisco to Austin when Ashley moved here.
That is really
And then,
cool.
like, you zoom in all the way in Los Angeles. You can see everywhere I go in Los Angeles.
Oh wow.
And it has, like, it lights it all up.
So
But it doesn't give me enough, like, you
Yeah.
drive down a road, it gives you the road.
Yeah, it should give you kind of like a spread when you
No.
walk. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's like in World of War or Warcraft. Like when you walk around like through the forest, it opens
Yeah, like
up
a zone?
whole- yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
You're feeling basically anything you can see is what it should.
The
open up.
achievements in the game, which who cares about iPhone achievements?
Yeah.
That fucking game center on the iPhone. I hate that thing because it like gets in the way when it says welcome
Oh,
back.
I fucking hate that.
No way to turn that off.
Have you started playing? There's a. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm totally going off rails here. There's an iPhone game called Star Command. I don't know if you played it yet.
Sounds like
It's
I'd like that.
$2.99 or something. But you essentially, it's like Star Trek. You are the captain of a ship, and you have to move crew around. You can make them like work on weapons, work in engineering, or work like in the medical bay.
Sounds
or
like
shield.
FTL.
Kind of.
FTL, does it
But-
infuriate you 75% of the way like FTL does?
Yeah, this game's rough. This game has a lot more of the ship-to-ship combat. It's a lot more about managing your people, fighting other people, and the ship combat is like the watered-down side.
Okay.
So it's like an inverse FTL. Anytime you like all the different weapons fire like in a different mini game. Like you have a laser cannon where it's like these 3 circles, and you have to like tap each circle when they line up to make all your lasers fire. There's a machine gun that's like a small circle orbiting around a big one. And you have to tap it like in a precise moment to make your machine guns fire at the right time.
Really?
Yeah. So like each weapon is like its own little mini game when it comes time to fire them.
Kind of cool.
It's pretty neat.
Do you recommend it?
Yeah, it's fun.
What's an iPhone app, like an iPhone game that you play and you play?
Doodle Jump.
Do you still play Doodle Jump?
It's the only game I ever played on
I
my
still
phone.
update that. I haven't played it in
Yeah.
years. I still update it every time.
I've been playing the Simpsons Tapped Out, which is basically their version of Farmville.
Oh, is that egg thing you always put
yeah,
down?
yeah.
I played
You're
that.
addicted, aren't you?
I played that
I'm
a lot.
addicted.
Actually, I played Bad Piggies. That was good.
Yeah, Jack hits a Twitter every now and then, and he's asking people for eggs, and he's like,
Well, 'cause they're
super excited about
They
it.
do like limited time event things where if you don't get everything in that limited time, it just goes away and you can't get it again.
Yeah.
So I've been begging people to help me out in
Listen,
that situation.
I'm not making fun of you. I just loaded that stupid game Flock because
Oh, yeah?
I now can get my last 2 achievements in Flock after 5 fucking years. I can get them.
What was holding you back?
Well, I think I'm gonna make some videos of it. I'm gonna explain it. But basically, I got my first achievement in 2008. Was that right? Something like that. 2009. So 4 years, and I needed to play multiplayer for the last 20 levels because there's 55 single player, 20 multiplayer. But this game is such a pain in the ass that the multiplayer is only local.
Oh,
on the
man.
same screen, not even split screen, on the same goddamn screen,
Jesus.
and you want to kill everything related to the game by the time you're done. So I had to get that, and then there's like one extra achievement of like completing crop circles and that, and I got all that done. Like I had to perfect every level in single player, and I perfected like with 2 joysticks. I perfected like the first 3 levels of the multiplayer stuff. But my kid was too young to play it with because I didn't want like him to hate me. But like, no. And so while I was waiting to find someone who would play with me, I lost my USB stick before
Oh,
cloud
no.
saving, and I lost 2 things when I lost that were significant. I lost my Flock save, which I didn't have backed up for some reason, and I lost my completed Mass Effect 2 save.
Ooh,
That hurt. So when Mass Effect 3 came out, I didn't have that anymore. So
Brutal.
sucks.
yeah, and someone's gonna correct me on my time that I didn't play Mass Effect 2 in 2008. You're right, I didn't. I was waiting like a year to find someone to play Flock with. Nobody would fucking play that game with me. It was one of the first titles that I requested that Michael play for Rage Quit. Was this game Flock? It's
You wanted
so-
me to play that with you for a long time.
It is so aggravating.
Yeah,
It's
we
so
filmed some
aggravating.
stuff for like a Let's Play for the podcast years ago.
Me
with
yelling at Joel.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think it ever got released.
We
did
didn't
it?
release that Let's Play. No.
Yeah.
No.
I think I saw that. I think I saw footage of that
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. Did
Like
it not
Joel
get
didn't know what he
released?
was doing.
Yeah,
He
and we were
just
just
kept
yelling
killing
at him. He's
stuff.
knocking
Yeah.
sheep into the water, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's one of the most infuriating games. But what the game you just described to me reminded me of a game I played as a kid. It was a Commodore 64 game by Accolade, and it was called Sci-5 Trading Company. Sci-5 Trading Company, and you had like a ship, and you would like have different departments and different crew chiefs, and you tell them to do certain stuff. It was a pretty cool game. I'm sure it doesn't hold up. It was like less than 8-bit graphics.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been swinging a lot more to playing more iPhone games lately. I guess since I'm like traveling a bit, I've been on the road. I'm playing a lot of Star Command. There's another game. It's weird. It's not a kind of game I would normally play. Called Elements. It's like a collectible card game, but like on an iPhone with virtual cards.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I might make fun of you for that.
Yeah.
I normally
It's
will
pretty
make fun
nerdy.
of people for the gaming choices.
It's
but-
pretty nerdy.
Wasn't Star Command the game that was on Kickstarter that caught a lot of crap? Like they were announcing stuff that wasn't true or something, or they changed up things after people donated money.
I don't know. I'd heard
There
about
was some
that.
game that just released. I think it was Star Command. That's a new game, right?
I don't know.
Huh. All right.
I just found it a week ago, so
Okay.
maybe
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else. Let's see if I can
But I
find
heard it was good. I heard it was a good game, but it was one of those things where like the people behind it were kind of just being dicks to people on Kickstarter.
Oh, that's
Like after they were donating money, they'd be like, "Oh, well, you'll get it whenever you get it."
It is very possible to do a Kickstarter and not understand the weight of some of those rewards that you give out.
Yeah.
Specifically on Kickstarter, if you overpromise physical rewards, then like some Kickstarters, like up to 80% of the money they raise goes back to funding rewards. You know, that aren't related to the product. You know,
Yeah, and physical fulfillment is really difficult.
and people don't know that until they do it.
Yeah, like we know that physical fulfillment is difficult. And last year I made the stupid mistake of promising to mail people their RTX badges, and that was a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It
So are
sucked.
we doing that this year?
No.
All right.
You'll get it at you get your RTX badge at the door. Bring your email confirmation, and we'll just scan it.
Yeah. No, we had a nice little whole like line in here of people stuffing those ballots. I remember, or stuffing the envelopes. That was a whole day, and we're gonna have.
And that was up to that point. Like it was an ongoing deal after
Yeah.
that. Like I still do them like on a weekly basis and go down to the
Goddamn.
post office.
We'd have like 3 times the amount that we took 4 or 5 hours for just that group of people to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
How often do you vacuum?
I try to about once every other week.
How douchey is a Roomba?
I can't use a Roomba. Like, I don't have enough rooms in my house that are at the same level as other rooms to make it justified.
Because you moved recently.
Yeah.
But you have this step in your house that is too inconvenient for any purpose other than to trip on.
That house was built in 1932.
I trip down it. I trip up it.
And it's been added on to twice. So it's like it's like sectional house. And whoever was the Sims manager who did it was fucking put this for.
So
I really want one though. I really want to. I just think I was trying to figure out how douchey are they.
You should look at a Mint as well. That's another robot they make.
I had a Roomba that I used, strangely enough, as my alarm clock.
Why?
Because you can't turn it off, and it's going to come in your room and wake you up. It's like your alarm clock, you can hit snooze. Like, the Roomba goes off, you're like, fuck, and you can't fall back asleep because that thing's just making noise like crazy. Like, all right, I'm up.
See, there's some stuff I do on a regular basis that, to me, is like, this is the future. Getting woken up by my robot servant, you live in the future. You live in the future.
What do you think what do your dogs think about that, the Roomba?
He was fine. Like, I don't have the Roomba anymore.
Yeah, what do your dogs think?
So,
of the
but like,
Roomba?
whenever the Roomba would go off, the dog would find something to jump on. Like,
Oh, yeah?
like he didn't hate the Roomba, but he knew that it would disturb his sleep. So he'd have to get somewhere like a little higher.
Okay.
Just get out of the way.
Because I have a laminate floor and it gets dusty so fast, and I just hate seeing it.
Why don't you get a rug?
Because then a rug gets minging, doesn't it?
I found that awesome rug, though.
that
you
thing
need
was
to
like
get.
$800.
It's a rug.
It,
Flooring is expensive.
Who's going to spend $800 on a piece of carpet that's not even very big?
You apparently very soon.
Right.
Let's not spend $800 on a rug. So let's buy a $400 robot vacuum
But
that wanders around like a hockey puck.
I sweep like every other day because I hate seeing
Can I
dust.
make a recommendation?
What?
Get a leaf blower and blow that shit out.
You're not helpful.
No, doesn't your house was built? Your room was built into a garage. Do you not still have that big opening bay door?
No.
Oh, that's gone. Oh, that makes it harder.
You should just cover your floor with sand. That would be like a beach.
Then it's
That's how it
always
started.
dirty.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, then you don't know.
That's how it started,
They
right?
just
Was
shoveled all
it
the
sand?
sand out
Was it
there,
sand
yeah.
initially?
It was sanded with bricks on top. It was all like...
That's crazy. Yeah.
Just got rid of the bricks and just left the sand.
But I think I'm going to get one.
Get a little tiki torch.
I think I'm going to get a...
Get a Roomba.
Yeah.
You work hard.
Do it.
And I think one day when I'm done with it, I want to strap a GoPro to the top of it and then set it free and see where it goes.
You'd be really unimpressed.
Why?
You would see your room in like circles from a low angle. I mean,
No,
that's
you
all
would
you
get to the
see.
door. Like he's talking about like put it in the street.
Yeah,
and just let
I would
it
say
go.
like put it outside and see where
What
it
do you mean,
goes.
set it free?
Yeah.
Like after so many years of service?
Yeah, like...
You'd be like
bye.
Khaleesi.
Wait, how would you?
name
You choose
a
your own-
leader and bring
Yeah.
him to me.
You choose your own name now.
How would you get your GoPro back though? Would you put like a collar on it?
I'll just put some string on it
known
or something.
as mother of vacuums.
But no, it would... How far would it go?
I don't know. It was going a very roundabout way. How many miles per gallon does a fucking Roomba get?
You would set it free. It would start its own colony somewhere.
It would just start knocking on people's doors like, how's your floor?
Clean your floor is $20.
It would vacuum the
What
backyard.
if it became self-aware and then started working?
So I just realized I just looked at my phone. I got a text from my wife about 35 minutes ago that said, "Go wash your fucking hands."
Yeah, right? Because she says, like, she doesn't want you to bring that gallium home, or thallium, or whatever it is.
It's fine. It's clean.
Basically, I looked up this hubbub. This is on Australian Kotaku.
Australian.
It's Kotaku. They're talking about Star Command, and they say once you build the ship and hire your crew, this is the initial promise on Kickstarter. You can travel deeper into new sectors to explore the mysteries of the universe. Players can discover strange planets, conduct away missions, explore derelict ships, and conduct diplomacy with strange civilization. Does that sound at all like the game you're playing?
No away missions. No
Yeah.
real diplomacy. No.
Kotaku just says, nope, that's not in the product available today. What was billed initially as a sweeping space epic is now just a space combat simulator, albeit a pretty damn good one.
Yeah, there's even like you can pull up details on your crew members and like they build skills. Like there's like an RPG element where they get new abilities as they get better at their different tasks.
Dude, I
And there's-
overthink that stuff way too much.
There's a tab that you can hit that's labeled contraband, and when you touch it, it just says coming soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's obvious that there's stuff I guess that they're still patching in.
Well, this is the thing of saying people lay down money for a game in development, and then the game that's out isn't what they thought. That's a pretty typical thing in game development, that what you ship isn't exactly what you set out to make, but at least the customer has the choice of choosing to buy it after that takes place.
Also, the
Kickstarter-
customer doesn't have those weird expectations. Like
Yeah.
you're marketing for
Yeah,
the game.
you do. I have. You remember
Like
we
what?
talked about? Remember Oni when they cut out the level with the Ed 209 or whatever the hell that thing was?
That was yeah.
Yeah, I mean you see some stuff that gets cut eventually.
I guess it's also like that recent thing, the Aliens Colonial Marines demo that
yeah,
people were up in
yeah.
arms about.
Oh yeah, no, what was that about? I remember people.
They showed a demo that was like visually incredible. It was like really awesome lighting effects, real creepy, atmospheric, and then the actual game came out and it was just nothing near
Nothing the
that.
same. If you look at the side-by-side video, comparing the demo to the actual gameplay, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really crazy when you see stuff in a game and it's not there. Like, it wasn't in the original Gears of War that they had. What's the big thing with the rockets on it that you fight?
Oh yeah, the starts with a B.
yeah,
Brumac, yeah.
Brumac, yeah. Like that, you never fought that in the first one,
Yeah,
right?
there's like a cutscene where it's chasing you and you drive away.
Right, and there was like scenes where people were like, "You're gonna fight this thing as a big boss," and just nope, never happened.
And then like the
And
second,
then
third
next
game,
thing
you're
you know,
like,
you're trying to stop a bomb on a train.
Next thing you know, you're on a train.
You're
like there's
the bomb's
General-
over there. Like what?
Yeah, he's on the train. It's like, yeah, what train? What?
What? Where am I?
Where are we?
That was so weird.
Yeah, they're keeping that franchise going too, huh?
Oh yeah, I still
the
haven't played
prequel.
Judgment. I'm about to finish Have you played Tomb Raider?
No.
Fucking great game.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm almost done with it. I'll probably finish it tonight actually. And then once I'm done with Tomb Raider, I'm gonna jump into Gears of War Judgment.
She gets absolutely mullered in that game.
Yeah. Have you played it?
I'm halfway through. I'm
It's,
like, look,
I really like it. It's got a lot of like stealth elements where you got to like sneak around and like pick people off. And the way they do, like they call it like combat instincts, like left bumper.
Yeah.
Like the way they do where you can like survey the land and see what's going on it's really cool mechanic.
Do you not think
Maybe
it's
still
there's
would.
too much ammo?
Yeah, I've never run out of ammo.
You think there's too much ammo?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you go to pick up ammo, it's like it's full.
Oh my god.
And you've got like 4 different weapons that are constantly full on ammo.
Yeah.
So-
Like, I wish it was more like you had to choose between 1 and 2 weapons. You wouldn't necessarily have your best
I end up
one.
using grenades all the time.
I
like
use-
shooting grenades.
I just like using the bow and arrow. I use the bow constantly whenever possible.
that bow and arrow is awesome.
we had
in
a
that
we had a
game.
good let's play.
Yeah, we did a
in
let's
that.
play in it. It was one of those things where I knew I wasn't going to do well, but I just grabbed a bow and arrow because it's pretty much a one-shot kill. That's all I did the
You were
whole
bloody
game.
Mark Milton with that thing.
I picked Gavin off in the air. He was jumping between 2 platforms, and I got him in the air and pinned him to a wall. It was incredible.
Oh, it does that. The thing I like best about like a bow and arrow in any game is you can see where you hit them.
Yeah.
Like you got the arrow sticking out of their head or something like that.
Did
I
you ever
love
play?
that.
I played a game. It was a Die Hard game, Die Hard Vendetta on the GameCube, and that was one of the first games I saw where you could shoot someone with a crossbow and it'd just be like. I was like, that is gross.
I wish that was like more. If they can do that, why can't they do that with like gunshots? I guess that changes the texture or a little
Or
bit.
bullet holes.
Yeah, like a bullet hole, but like I don't know.
Yeah, consoles can't do bullet holes very well.
Like I feel like when I shoot somebody in the neck with an arrow, it's like I got him in the neck, but I never had that feeling with a gun. That's why in Skyrim I played an archer exclusively.
Although the new Army of Two is nothing like the previous two. You can blow people's hands and limbs off, and you can blow their head off, but like just above the chin.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Yeah, that's too much sometimes. Like Left 4 Dead has that too, where like hit somebody's stomach and their guts spill out, and it's just like yikes.
Yeah.
It's a little too much for me. I just like the dopey arrow between the eyes. Like in Skyrim when I load somebody's nose up with arrows.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious. I just played
You know, you can't shoot a cock in Skyrim with an arrow.
What's that?
You shoot someone's knob and it will go into their leg or their stomach.
Oh, I feel like that's inaccurate.
We tried to make a boner video and we couldn't do it.
Oh, I shot stuff up people's butts all the time. I always thought that was funny.
Where's your dick?
What's that?
Up a butt. Come on, Gavin.
But I just played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
I gotta play that.
That is the arcade release for Far Cry 3, and it's all 80s themed, like over the top 80s themed. It is a blast.
And you do not need the retail version of Far Cry 3 for that. It's an
Nope.
XBLA game.
I'm now playing Far Cry 3 because I finished Blood Dragon.
God, Far Cry
I
3
I
is
finished it
so
like a
good.
day too. Totally worth it.
I walked in on Jeff playing it and I was stuck on the couch next to him for about 2 hours. It was top.
Yeah, I'm so behind on these other games. Like, I still haven't played Mass Effect 3 Citadel.
No, I haven't either.
This supposed to be the damn slow period of
You
games. Like,
you bugged the shit out of me. You were telling me to play that
About
game.
Leviathan.
So what's the difference between Leviathan and Citadel?
They're different DLC.
Well, I know, but I mean, it's like why? I thought one was like the critical one. The Citadel's critical.
Citadel's the last one that they are going to release. But Leviathan had backstory as far as the Reapers.
I gotta tell you, I was so into the Mass Effect franchise, but once they started putting multiplayer in there, I just didn't care anymore.
Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is so fucking good.
It's good.
yeah,
So good.
Joel and Finch
It's
play
just
that
horde
all the
mode.
time.
Yeah, but there's different classes you unlock and
Nah.
then different skill sets.
Nah.
And then you can build your character's skill tree. It's really fucking good.
We did a Let's Play on that a long time ago and Michael only cut to my screen when I was on the floor. which was a lot.
Dude, did the Grand Theft Auto Let's Play go?
GTA Let's Play, can I tell you?
There's a Grand Theft Auto Let's Play. I think it went up today.
It's amazing how much fun you can have in a 5-year-old game.
Oh my god.
It
It's
was,
up
it
on
was
the Let's
top.
Play channel, youtube.com/Let's Play. Subscribe.
YouTube.com/Let's Play.
I think the multiplayer was kind of skipped over in GTA because of the achievements were so crap in it and nobody wanted to do them. But just free roaming with 5 of your friends, so much fun.
It's like 2 guys on a motorcycle, and then a dude in a helicopter, and then someone in a car.
I remember when Michael
it's
first started
amazing.
for us, and they were doing those Saints Row Let's Plays. Those were a lot
that
of fun.
Those are some of the first Let's Plays we did.
So,
What's that?
God,
That was
that
like the
game,
first
that
Let's
game
Plays
is
we
so fucking fun.
Saints Row. You know, I gotta find a copy of Saints Row because I guess I finished all that on disc and not on downloadable game on demand. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I gotta find a disc so I can get the last DLC. I never played the last one.
Oh,
I played
Saints Row
Gangsters
the
in Space,
third?
but not the clones one.
I can lend you my disc. I got it.
You mentioned
Huh?
the new,
Yeah.
the
I don't have
new,
it here. I'll bring it tomorrow.
the new Gears of War, and you haven't played that, right?
No.
I think it's the best one.
That's what I hear.
Really?
People
I think
like
the multiplayer by far. Like I never got into Gears of War in multiplayer in the first 3 because people were just too good and I was crap. But it actually feels like you can do well in this one.
Back during Gears of War 1 days, I remember we used to stay up late. We'd play with the Penny Arcade guys. It's fucking cheaters. You remember that?
Yeah, we did.
All
I
the
love
time.
that torque bow so much.
Everyone loved the torque bow. That was a problem. It was like a game full of torque bows.
That can I tell you that is legitimately the only game that I've ever seen Robert Koo be good at, and he was really good.
You say he's
he would
terrible
always
at
be
games.
giggling, like fucking moving cover to cover.
That and
Yeah.
ping pong.
Yo, and ping pong, yeah.
Are we ever gonna play those guys in ping pong?
I hope not.
I don't know. There's something I saw Koo the other day, and can we talk about what Koo was? Anyway, maybe I can't tell it because you never know. They do so much reality stuff that maybe I saw something, and I'm not sure if I can talk about it because
Yeah.
they might be part of their show coming up.
Yeah, they launched a new Kickstarter.
No, their
Another
podcast Kickstarter
Yeah, for their podcast.
Oh yeah.
with a $10 goal, which they met surprisingly somehow.
A $10 goal.
Yeah, their goal was $10.
Seems weird to me.
Okay.
They
Go ahead. What's wrong?
I just don't understand the point of kickstarting a podcast.
It's publicity.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
than anything, I could see that angle.
See, that reminds me of, like,
but it's like you're getting paid for your own publicity then.
You're getting paid for listen, Kickstarter comes with a certain amount of publicity.
We're talking about it, yeah.
Listen, it makes people aware of a project. They all go, they read about the project. We could put up a goddamn page on our website, talked all about a project, when it was coming out, all that stuff. Doesn't matter. It's like they can't, but people, when they see Kickstarter, they understand. They're like, all right, pay this, do this. I understand.
That's like a
it's coming out.
billboard that someone pays you to put up.
The other thing is
Pretty
like their Kickstarter was like for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever for this podcast, which launches in December 2013. It's like there's not that much lead time. They obviously have a reality production going. They have equipment. I mean, and it's a big company. We understand what operating a company on the internet's like.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have the.
How much
the
did they end up raising?
resources.
Do you know yet?
Last I checked, I think it was like $88,000. Wow.
Get out of here.
I've actually got it here on my phone bookmarked. I will tell you.
That's funny because it reminds me of. Do you remember when Kevin Smith sold Red State?
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
he bought it.
Yeah. So Kevin Smith at Sundance said he was going to auction off the rights to his movie after the first screening of his movie.
$93,000.
And he went up on stage after the movie's over. He's like, all right, let's start the bidding. I bid $1. Auction closed. I win.
Yeah, I
In
remember.
front of like all these people who had come, like all these different production companies that come, like all these publishers. They were like,
That's like him backing out of his idea.
I don't know what it was exactly. And then that was when he toured around the country with it. And I guess it didn't do very well because he just finished writing Clerks 3. So because that was going to be his last movie. He was going to do that, and then there was a hockey movie he's doing.
We talked about Clerks 3 on the show that I was on with him. Talked about
really?
yeah, he's doing it, but I thought he was going to do it in a different way. I know they're doing that.
They're doing a cartoon Jay and Silent Bob thing right now.
Right.
And then, but apparently today Jeff was saying that they just finished writing. He just finished writing Clerks 3.
Yeah, he posted a shot of the script.
Okay.
One of the best things about
I
Vine.
thought Clerks 2 was great, by the way.
Clerks 2 was great.
Clerk 2 was really good.
Surprisingly good.
It was an
forever
appropriate
remember-
follow-up.
Yeah.
I will
sure.
forever remember Rosario Dawson in that role.
You play that. You play that all the time.
Yeah. The
One of the-
roast scene is
I was
fantastic
never.
scene.
I'm not a big Rosario Dawson fan, but man, she was awesome in that movie.
It's funny because the main actor in that movie is not an actor. Like the guy's Dante. He's not a really
tell.
good actor.
Yeah.
Wow, you just blew my mind. Information.
You know who's also not a good actor? Tobey Maguire. Oh,
Yeah.
he's so bad.
And why did that come up?
I saw Great Gatsby this weekend,
Fucking
and he's
bastard Tobey
just
Maguire.
a robot walking.
Ladies and
through
gentlemen,
that
special
movie.
guest Tobey Maguire.
Hey, wow, this is awkward. Can I tell you something I'm tired of? We went and saw a movie recently. Gavin and I went and saw Iron Man 3 in the theater, and
Lovely movie.
I'm done with sitting through credits for those fucking button scenes at the end. They're never worth it. I know that's unpopular. They're not fucking
I
worth
thought
it.
the Iron Man 3 one was fun.
Not at all.
You know, apparently they put in fake credits for Iron Man 3 to just pad the length of it.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's even worse.
Yeah.
I hate it now.
That sucks. I didn't know that.
I was on.
That's bull. They can't do that. They can't.
Apparently they did.
I was on
won't
your
let 'em do
side
that.
until you said they
When
padded
does
it.
everyone-
anyone,
did.
when does anyone ever get to that scene and then walk away like, whoa? Everyone's usually like,
It's always this.
Great.
It's always like this. It's like a 1 minute scene. At the end of it, it's like, ha ha. But it's like, no,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, like
there's nothing in that scene.
Yeah, it's usually like-
okay, the end of Iron Man 1 when Nick Fury shows up. That was the first time you saw Nick Fury.
And by the way,
That was pretty
that
cool.
was not the end of Iron Man. That was the end of all of those movies.
No,
I'm
it's-
saying I'm tired of it. They have
Okay,
beaten it to
but
death.
I mean Iron Man 1, the first time
like-
Sam Jackson pops up as Nick Fury.
I like
it's
the-
it was
shit.
absolutely cool.
That was cool.
I like the button on the Avengers where they're all eating the shawarma.
Yeah.
Nope.
I
It's
liked
just
it.
not wor- it's like it's always a letdown after the credits. It's like, oh, I sat through the credits for that. This motherfucker made me sit through the credits of Wreck-It Ralph. To
I
see
thought
that
it was clever.
I see that thing at the end of Wreck-It Ralph. And
I
I was like,
enjoyed it.
It
It's the
is
equivalent-
clever. It's not 8 minutes clever.
it's
Okay,
the
well,
equivalent
It's
of
like watch it on DVD or home,
Yeah,
on
it's
demand.
like-
Or
and
just
fast
tell me.
forward it.
Next time, just tell me.
Okay, well,
just tell me what it is.
I didn't realize you were gonna go with your kids and like sit there and like force them to sit and like don't move. We're watching this. Like no,
It's the
that's
equivalent-
not. No, that's not that good.
it's the equivalent of watching it on YouTube, a 30-second video, but waiting 6 minutes for it to buffer.
It's
It's the
like-
same payoff. It's like,
Imagine
that
if,
wasn't
like,
worth it.
when you get to that YouTube video that's a 1 minute video and there's like a 4 minute trailer in front of it, if you had to watch the
Yeah.
4 minute trailer every time,
Were
the
you-
1 minute video would never be worth it.
Were you going to say something about Vines? People are saying they want to hear what you were to say about Vine.
Oh, we were talking about Jay and Silent Bob, and I was saying that my favorite thing about Vine is Jason Mewes, because it is like someone just gave a phone to Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. It's just the same dude.
He's fine. Yeah.
Funny dude.
Yeah. He's the best Vines. I really have never seen any good Vines still. I mean, I hate to be.
I saw one.
What?
I saw one.
The Will Sasso ones, the lemon ones are good.
We have a friend that works at Playboy who sent me a good one. I guess it's
did
like
you?
It's
Did
a,
he?
it's a Vine run by a Playmate, and it's just what you expect.
Really?
Perfect. The best use of Vine so far.
Okay.
Vine is a
Vagina.
valid technology now.
Fair play, as Gavin would
Has the
say.
Gus stamp of
Yes.
approval on it.
I was like, yes, I will use Vine now.
Nice. So Vine is an app you have to download, right?
Yes, but if you're using Twitter, it'll like load natively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unlike Instagram, which
you-
does not.
Instagram
Stop
used to.
everyone,
Yeah.
you need to stop using Instagram
you know what? I think-
because I'm sick of having to click on those links. I don't
But
look at them.
You're only saying that from the perspective of a Twitter user. There's a lot of people who use Instagram who don't go near Twitter.
fuck
Yeah.
'em.
That's all they do.
Also, like some Twitter apps will include it. Like I use Echo Phone on my phone instead of the Twitter app.
Why?
And I think it was one of those things. I was the first before Twitter had an official app. I just had that. and
I
was
used to
kind
use
of-
Echophone too.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently,
I've just
Dita
been with it
Von
ever
Teese
since.
has a Vine account. So
See, I'm sure that has a good stamp of approval too.
I will be back shortly.
Nice.
I'll be back in 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's really frustrating to me. You know, I understand why they don't do it, but it's really frustrating to me when I see an Instagram, it's like, I'm not gonna click it because it sounds stupid. It's like it's gonna like take me to a page. It's gonna wait. It's gonna load. It's like when it just loads natively, it's so much easier, so much,
Yeah. I
agree.
so much nicer.
I'm so lazy.
Same thing with Vines. Like I used to not click on any Vines, and now they'll load. Like if you click on the tweet, it'll be like, whoop, there it is, right there.
And I like in the app, you don't even have to play them. It's just, it will
just
play
starts.
whatever one is in
Yes.
front of your eyes.
I think the reason why people like Instagram is because it's got the like feature. I mean, I think that's the main reason why people like it.
One of the best things about following
Stop defending them.
I'm not defending. I'm just saying why people use it. I don't use it. I'm really happy. I feel like I've missed like the zeitgeist of Instagram, and now it's like Vine. Now I feel the pressure to go to Vine. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do
there's
it.
no pressure.
I'm not gonna do it.
No one's doing it.
I did one.
It sucks.
Do you follow any porn stars on Twitter?
No. Well, not really. I follow someone who's a penthouse pet, but she does different stuff now.
I just like it because it's
But she just.
I follow
she
someone who
happened-
gets naked,
I
not
didn't
someone
know
who
she was a
gets
penthouse
plowed.
pet when I followed her. I didn't. I honestly didn't know that.
thing
Is she
about
the
it
button
is-
Amathon girl?
No.
Okay.
it's so exciting to follow a porn star because they post pictures all the time, but it's always a gamble. You never know what you're gonna get. Like they'll be
50-50.
like, I look really cute right now, and it could just be like them in a dress, or it could be the most disgusting thing you've ever seen. But it's like it's an exciting gamble.
It's like that Reddit. It's like that subreddit, the 50-50,
Yeah.
where it's like it's either be something really good or something really bad.
Yeah.
It's like in 50-50 they just post like something really good and something really bad, and you click on the link and it's one or the other.
But it always seems like it's always bad. Like the
Yeah.
ones that
Nah,
get
it's pretty
upvoted
good.
the most are the bad ones.
yeah, I always see bad ones in 50-50.
I think didn't your earwax end up as a 50-50 one time?
It did.
Yeah. It
Gross.
was like a pile of
Also, it's
earwax
like-
or bikini girls. It's like oh,
Also,
it's
if it's really specific, like some people are bad at descriptions, like 50-50, it's like a naked girl or a guy backlit after he gets hit in the face by tank shrapnel in Iraq. It's like, well, I know which one this is. It's like, I don't think it's Naked Girl. I have a good feeling it's probably
You
not that one.
realize now on 50/50 tonight, someone's gonna post that, and it's gonna be the bikini girl.
So
Yeah,
they show super gore stuff on there.
That's what it is. It's typically
Yeah.
super gore.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah, gore.
No?
I can't do gore stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the super gore
It's
stuff
just the
either.
worst thing. One of the worst things about the human brain is that you can't undo stuff you've seen.
Yeah, I've got videos in my head that I can't get out.
I
like
want an obliterate the previous 10 seconds button for my brain.
Omega-13.
Orange Monkey Eagle.
Orange Monkey Eagle, dude, don't say it.
That's awesome.
Guys, I worry about you every time you say it.
It's like the same kind of thing where it's like you wish you could have like secret code to
Yeah.
will yourself to death with multiple levels of security.
Yeah, just
And,
like the alien
If
ship.
you could forget anything from your life, would you?
Yes.
I'd forget Two Girls, One Cup.
I never saw it. I
Yeah.
saw the reaction videos and I thought, I don't want to see it. I've never seen that video. I have no idea
I
what that
wasn't
is.
suspicious because
it was fake, right? Didn't it come out as fake?
I think,
What?
I think so.
thought-
I think it's supposed to be like
Why
It
would
was
it be
like ice
fake?
cream
it's
or
like
something.
a scat porn, but you can't. I mean, they fake it. They
there's,
make it
there's
look like.
vomit and doo-doo from the orifices.
I think there's some elements that were fake and some elements that
What are
were.
they doing? Like packing pudding up each other's assholes before they shoot, and then
I don't know. Bernie's just tuned out. Like he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to think
I
about
saw the
it.
reaction videos. That was enough for me.
I wasn't suspicious because the most Christian, attractive girl sent me that link.
Really?
She's Christian and
And
attractive.
attractive.
And she sent you that link? How
must like
scandalous.
Did you hook up?
A
with her?
Christian girl.
No, I hear what he's
I
saying.
didn't expect it from her.
Bullshit.
No, there's a source. Like if somebody sent you something, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Still, I'm not keen on that description.
Your grandmother's like, here you go, Gavin. Look at this. Granny.
I sent you this for your birthday.
So is Star Trek out? Because people are posting reviews of Star
Comes
Trek.
out Friday.
Comes, yeah, Friday.
Comes out Friday. So people are seeing those early.
It might be a
press
thing.
screens.
It might be out in other countries.
Yeah, like Iron Man 3 came out
Yeah,
in the
Iron
rest
Man
of the
3
world.
came out like a week and a half before America.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
you want
that.
to be first?
Why is
There's
that
two
happening?
things that upset me on
Piracy.
international.
A lot of
I don't
piracy.
consider myself to be racist or what is it, ethnocentric.
You don't consider like, this is about to be really racist. What
Yeah.
you're about to say.
Two things bother me. Bothers me when American movies come out in other countries first. Avengers did that. When it comes out in other countries. I don't know why. For some reason that bothers me.
Wait, where'd it come out
Also
before?
bothers me, this is really specific, when I'm fucking signing up for an account on something or registering software or whatever, and I get to that country scroll down list, and I gotta scroll down to all the other countries to get to the United States of America. I don't know why.
Can we rename our country a United States?
How about just America?
A
How about
United
that's
States.
it?
Just call it one United.
Is there another America anywhere out there that we're gonna get fucked up?
Well,
and confused
North
with?
America, South America, Central America.
No, this is America. People
The
know it.
Americas.
So it's just like, but it's like, then you get like a developer. It's like, oh, here's United States, here's UK at the top. Then there's that little dash line. There's everybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah,
The worst thing is for us because there's so many different names to what people refer to where I'm from. So it's either going to be England or Great Britain or
Sure,
United Kingdom.
yeah.
And I've got to figure out which one it's going to be.
When I-
Then G, then U.
When I
Thanks,
went to
Gus.
when I went to Australia, I had to fill out I had to fill out a form, basically a visa type thing to get over there, and I couldn't find United States. Like in the list of all the countries, United States was not in there. It was under USA. And I was like,
Yeah.
God damn!
USA.
I would type in I would hit the button, hit UN, and then get down to the list, and it wasn't in there. I was like, where the fuck is it? And it was under USA. And I was like,
Well, isn't that the name of your country?
well, United. I mean,
It's
that's the
abbreviated.
abbreviated version. Like,
Oh,
everything-
he's from the UK though. So.
I guess so. But I mean, even then, nothing else was abbreviated in the list. So why abbreviate ours? So anyway, I thought it was very confusing, and it took me a while to figure out what the hell was going
Someone
on.
said we should change the name of the country to _ United States. That'll be the official name of the country.
United States space drop _ table semicolon.
Victory 1140.
There was an XKCD about that, right?
That's my favorite XKCD is Bobby drop tables.
I gotta say this guy's name again because Jack talked over it and he'll be miserable.
Sorry.
Victory 1140 is the guy who said that
There you
on
go, it's
Twitter. So congratulations, sir. You win.
So I
You
had
get free lava cakes from.
You should look up.
I'm gonna look at Ryle.com.
I had an interesting experience when I was in Vegas this last weekend.
You went to Vegas. I'm so jealous.
I was at the Aria. I was playing craps,
Oh my god.
and the table was a little crowded. It was me, and I was standing next to this guy
How the fuck did you deal with that?
who he didn't speak any English. He was from Europe. Obviously, he was wearing teal pants that were way too tight.
Nice.
And so we're
Love craps table.
Could have been from Portland.
We're anytime someone talked to him, he's like, no English, no English. He knew numbers. That was good enough for him. So we're sitting there playing craps, and this kind of thuggish Mexican guy squeezes in between us and starts playing.
Uh-oh.
Like, all right, fine. We're playing. And then like 2 of his friends join in, and they also squeeze in. There's no room for them. But like, fine. Like, I'll move over. I'll give you some space. And
Gus says it like he had any choice.
yeah, I had no choice. These were like, these
You know
were
what? I
like,
decided I'm gonna give you guys some space. Well, allow me to move over.
These were like-
instead of going like this.
that's what it was like. It was like face tattoo style, you know?
Your hands were on your chips at all times,
Yeah.
weren't they?
So
Okay.
I move over a little bit. They're obviously a little drunk. The waitress comes by to ask if anybody wants drinks, and all 3 of them order like Patron margaritas.
There you go.
The waitress takes everyone's drinks orders, and she leaves. And then she comes back to give everyone their drinks. She gives everyone their drinks. And then she's going to walk away, and the guy immediately to my right goes, "Excuse me, miss, can I ask you a question?" To the waitress. I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be good."
Wait, are they talking about the guy who was there before or the Mexican dude?
The Mexican dudes.
Okay.
And they're like, "Excuse me, miss, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "This is going to be good." So the waitress comes over, and they're like, and she's like, "Yes, can I help you?" And he's like, "Why have an attitude?"
Oh, no.
I'm like, "Oh my God."
Oh, no.
Really?
And the waitress is like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Why you have an attitude? What's wrong with you? You don't like us?" She's like, "No, I don't have an attitude." And she walks off. Like, okay, thank God. That could have gone way worse.
Yeah, yeah.
For that guy.
Yeah, and then she comes back.
Aye.
And she goes, "You know what? You really pissed me off. I didn't have an attitude before. I'm going to have a fucking attitude now."
Here we go.
So I was like,
Nice.
"Oh, shit."
This is
So I was like,
Aria?
yeah, I was like, I just colored up. I was like, "I'm out." I'm leaving. I walked away. I was like, "I do not
Oh,
want to be part of
man.
this."
Oh, dude. That's,
Yeah.
that's when you just hold on to your chips and be like, all right, this is going to be fun.
No, I was like, all my
you
money's
made
right
the
here.
Move, dude. You made the right
Oh,
move.
Yeah,
no,
I
you
was
gotta-
like, she's going to get someone. Like, this is going to be bad.
Oh, that's going to be
And then,
awesome.
like, the Mexican guy standing with the other Mexican, like, I don't have the face
Okay, I
tattoos.
guess.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know these guys.
They just think you're the bitch, basically. It's what they like. They don't let you get a tattoo.
So
and they make-
are you hooked on craps now? Is that your
Oh,
game?
absolutely.
Yeah, dude, craps is so much fun.
Love it.
it's fun when you win.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. It's the thing I love about craps is everyone is rooting for the same thing. Everyone
Nope.
wants the same.
Let's play the dark side.
Unless you play the dark side, then fuck you.
Nope.
You're that
No,
asshole
people
playing.
can do that. It's,
I played the
it's
dark
not
side
that
for 6
often.
hours straight and won more than I've ever won in the casino trip.
Oh.
But it's because we kept winning and we just stayed really quiet.
Yeah. Well, at least you stayed
You can't
quiet.
cheer, yeah.
And you also you pass the dice, right? You don't roll when you're playing. Or you can't roll if you're not playing
can.
pass line. No, you have to play pass line in order to actually roll. You can't play the don't come line if you're.
Yeah, you can.
I don't
You
think
absolutely can. Because, that's like saying,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's like you want the dice to roll a certain way, either way, regardless of how you play.
I could have sworn.
bet's a bet.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
it
might be
doesn't
true.
matter.
I don't know, but
I've seen people
Could be a
play-
house rule. I've never
Yeah,
heard that before.
It could
but
be a house rule. I've seen people play the don't pass line who,
By the way,
who roll.
just to be
Okay.
very brief into craps, craps is one of the most involved games you can play in casino. Dice game, basically, when you start the game, there's no number, and you roll for the first time. If you roll a 7 or 11, you win if you bet on the pass line, and if you don't win to get a roll of 7 11, whatever you roll, as long as you don't want to roll a
2, 3, or
2,
12.
3, or 12, that becomes the number that you then have to match in subsequent rolls. That's it.
I'm going to say
or
something.
11.
It's
Oh, you
somebody-
said 11, 7-11, sorry.
Someone who doesn't gamble, and I assume there are a lot of people watching who don't gamble, but whenever someone tries to explain gambling, I get even more confused than before.
I tried to
knew
do that as
anything.
simple as possible, and I still got lost in it.
It's
yeah.
I
Yeah,
kind of walk
craps
you
is
through
really
it.
complicated until you like stand there and do it once. They're like,
Well, that's
oh.
like anything. When you put money down, you're invested in it.
Yeah.
So you
Before,
figure it out.
before you started talking, my brain was kind of like, and then as soon as you tried to explain it, it's like my brain just flipped
Well, that's
upside
just
down
normal.
and gave up. Went on its
So
belly.
your brain was like to begin with, and
I
then what
didn't know it.
happened when I started talking?
It went upside down.
It went upside down.
What sound did it make when it went upside down? Okay, good. Fair play.
Can we have casino night at RTX? Do some sort of thing.
It is gaming.
That'd be fun.
Is that legal?
You
Yeah,
can't
it's
do
still-
it for money.
Yeah, we do it for
What
charity.
if
Do it
we
for
did
charity.
it for charity? We could.
Do like $50 to get in, and like do you have
Yeah,
prizes
we have a
for
charity
something?
that's involved with RTX this year that we haven't announced.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we could
This
arrange
best
something.
idea ever.
Good
Dude,
idea.
I
Let
totally.
me get my craps fixed. Without having to go
Can we,
back
can we
later.
roll up in like those purple like pimp
Jack,
suits?
you can
and
do whatever
stuff?
you want. You
That'd
don't have
be
to clear with me. I'm not your fucking
Wear
stylist.
whatever you want.
All
Like,
right.
I would be down for a casino night, but that would have to be a small thing, and so we'd have to have like some kind of thing where people enter, and like you get a certain amount of chips, and that all goes to charity.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
No promises.
No
I can
promises.
investigate.
We're less than 2 months away from
That
it.
sounds like it would be a great fan event if anybody else wanted to come up with doing that, Dominic. I'm talking
Wink.
to you. Hi, Dominic.
There's some cool fan events going on during RTX as well. That's kind of cool. I like that we're hitting the point now where stuff is kind of developing around RTX. Like stuff we're not directly involved with is popping up. We're seeing that.
What do you point now? It's been like that the entire time.
Both
RTX
years.
was made because of fan events.
No,
all
I'm
around
saying
the
like
world.
specifically like at RTX.
It's always been like
Yeah.
that. There's
Both-
only been two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, wait.
I like.
They're
I like
business-
this.
they're
After
business
all
both.
these years of hardship of throwing RTX, now stuff is starting to pop up.
Well, more and more stuff is starting to pop
What's
up.
Yeah,
your
no.
point?
I like it. That's my point. I enjoy that. That's cool.
Okay.
Are you? Let me ask you this, Gus. This is now your 3rd year running RTX. Are you to the point where you're excited to go to RTX, or are you excited for RTX to be over?
Always excited for it to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an honest answer.
It's a lot of stress leading up to it.
It is a lot.
And it's a lot of work. There's so many moving parts that go into it.
And
I
it
just
doubles
wa- I-
or triples in growth every year.
I want it to be fun for everyone. I want everyone to have a good time. I hope that happens. And as soon as it's over, I'm gonna decompress for a bit.
You going to Australia?
And then as soon as it's over, I'm going to Australia.
Yeah, we're going to Australia for PAX Australia. Mm-hmm. Let's wreak havoc in somebody else's convention.
Yeah. Are you taking any time after that?
We should. Oh, no, never mind. I won't say it.
We should what?
We should go to the Crown and do some gambling while we're down there.
I'll do that.
All right, I'm in.
They have craps there. They have craps there.
Craps
yeah,
is
they
different there though. Like the
So is 21.
The odds are different. Like so, okay, this is weird. I played
shits.
craps when I was in the Gold Coast actually. So there,
I feel like Craps' new coaching changes. Go ahead.
whatever you put down on as your initial bet, like the pass line and your odds, you can't touch again, and you can't take it up. You can't put more on top of it, which is very very strange.
Honestly, I think that's better.
See, I don't like that.
well,
I
because
like
the-
slowly adding and kind
the
of
re-
like
the- well,
okay,
the
I
reason
trust
is
this
that-
roller.
As rolls progress, the odds change and your odds diminish.
Nah.
And the dealer needs to keep track of that. It's a simpler game
That's not true.
if you don't do that.
No.
Like you can, like technically, I think you can play the pass line after the point's been set, but you don't get the same odds.
Yeah,
on it.
well, technically you're playing the number at that point. Instead of playing the pass line, you're basically placing a bet on the number.
Right.
So this
Yeah.
is getting really,
Yeah,
really
sorry. Everyone who's not a craps player.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and also like the odds. You know, it's like 3, 4, 5 odds. So like you can bet more on the 4 and 10 than you can on the 6 and the 8. You can put more odds on that. There, it was two times odds across the board.
Well, yeah, the odds are the odds are bad for the house.
Yeah.
The
So-
odds is where a
You
player
guys
makes their money.
sound like
So they removed the odds.
Joel
completely,
when he
which is
talks
weird.
about financial stuff, but you're not yelling enough.
If you put money on a 50-50
Go ahead.
on the thing, if you like put it on black,
Sure.
And
It's
it's
not quite
black.
50-50,
It's like
but
49
okay.
something.
is that the percentage of money that you get?
Yeah.
one
Two
to-
to 1.
So you double anything you win.
Yep.
So say all of your money that you have,
Go ahead.
All of your money
what
you have.
percentage of that would you risk? Like, would you just
Like-
go in
like-
one day and just drop 20% of your worth?
Like my net worth in
Yeah.
life? No, never.
What would be your highest percent that you would just bet like that?
I would probably if you forced me to put as much as I would be willing to put on there, probably be about $5,000,
I would not even.
and probably not that.
I wouldn't even bet all the money that I brought for a trip.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you're going to Vegas and they say, okay, I'm gonna spend $500 over the course of the weekend on gambling. That's what I've set aside that I'm gonna gamble. But over the course of the weekend, I get that $500 up to like $700. I go in expecting to lose the 500. I wouldn't at the end of the trip just say, okay, here's all 700 on a 50-50 bet. I wouldn't do that.
I see that being
Even.
said, I wouldn't put $5,000 on a normal trip. They're talking like net worth in life.
Yeah.
When I go to Vegas, I usually take about $500 to gamble with, or usually about $200 a day. So
The
whatever,
most I
whatever
think
that
I've
equates
ever
to.
bet ever is $200 on one hand.
Run?
And that was when I was used to the thing where there's a theory of gambling where, let's say you're playing at a table that's $25 a hand. If you lose, you double your next bet. And then if you lose that, you double that bet. And then if you lose that, you double again. You keep doubling. It's why tables have limits. Because then if you keep doubling, eventually you win, and then you win back everything you've lost if you double your bet every single time. But it goes up really fast.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Brandon just texted me that he once lost $800 on black.
Did he really?
Oh my God.
Brandon, you are a fucking
Wow.
idiot.
Brandon,
But he
you
could've
are
won.
fired.
See, I've-
you are
see,
done.
could've had
That's a
1600.
bad decision.
You don't get to work for money anymore.
Playing craps, I've had it where I've had money on the table. Because when you play craps, if you win and the point keeps rolling, like if someone hits the point and they get a new point, everything stays on the table. And you can slowly pile onto it and add on and add on. Where at one point I've looked down and been like, I have $500 on this table. But I mean, it was someone who shot for like 45 minutes, which means I made probably about $2,000 to $3,000 off this one guy.
What the fuck?
If you get hot, if you get a hot roll, you can make a lot of money on craps real fast.
When I was there this last time, I threw $5 on a horn bet, and it hit.
Nice.
So I won like $35 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy next to me was like, whoa, what happened? What did he just do? Like, what was that? Like, I guess he was still learning.
Yeah, like throwing $2 in for C&E.
Well, no, another thing too that's a big deal in craps and in blackjack too is craps is like community gambling. We're talking way too much about gambling today, by the way.
It's gaming.
We're an adult podcast.
Also, people try to turn blackjack into community gambling, and I fucking hate those people. I hate
Yeah.
them. Because when you do something like, I could throw
yeah.
$5 on a horn bet, and there's always some dude at the table who goes, dude, don't change the table. Everybody's winning money. What are you doing? And they make you feel like an asshole for coming up and betting like a normal human being does.
Yeah.
Talking about blackjack, right?
Or craps. People get upset when you look.
Yeah, no, it happened to me
When
this
you
time.
bet the dark side, people are like, you're a fucking asshole.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
because
go
you are a
fuck
fucking
yourself.
asshole.
No, you're not a fucking
It
asshole.
it doesn't matter. It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
affect
Yeah, yeah.
anyone.
What you do is you win, and then fuck you, guy. You lost your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't make people lose. You know what I mean?
I will say if someone does try to cut into a game like next to the guy who's shooting, like it's like, oh, excuse me, trying to get in, and it's like the guy has the dice in his hands, like, oh, come on, dude, what are you doing? You know, don't fuck with the shooter.
Like,
So.
It is so funny too, though. It's like in gambling, how you go from not knowing anything about a specific game to being like an expert of etiquette in like one day.
Oh, that's like- no.
one night and you know everything. You're like, oh, come on.
No, we have a hockey team in North Austin, and we have no business having hockey in Texas as it is. And going to those games is the most fun because everyone knows every rule of hockey ever, and like everyone's an expert and was willing to scream to the refs, and they know exactly what's going on. It's like you have no idea what's going on. You've never played hockey. You probably haven't, skated in
Listen
a
to
decade.
you talking all judgmental about other hockey fans in Texas. You're a fucking Texan.
Yeah,
You're judging them.
I enjoy the game, but I don't pretend I know what I'm doing.
Hey, where
No.
should I take Ashley to eat? I've taken her to eat at Mighty Fine and Rudy's and some other places. Where should we take her to eat? Because I'm trying to think of all the places. Like we passed a Whataburger today.
Nice.
Nah.
P.
Yeah,
Terry's.
see, I'm with you.
Dude.
I'm
Whataburger's
with you.
awesome.
Whataburger's
I'm
overrated.
sick of
Whataburger's
these
so
guys,
good.
It's
Michael and-
good, but it's fast food.
Yeah.
There are other better local places.
Also, it's wet.
Have you eaten at Sway?
No.
It's a Thai place on South First across from Elizabeth Street Cafe.
That sounds like an
Yes?
That sounds like
Okay.
an MTV VJ.
It is. It was.
Did you ever go to that?
It's really good.
Did you ever go to that
So thanks
foreign?
for interrupting me, Gavin. Because
place.
I was in the middle of recommending
We're
a
not
place
done.
and talking about
Go
it.
for it.
I was still giving directions and talking about the fucking food. But no, where has he? Please ask him the fucking question that was so important.
He wanted to know if I'd ever eaten at the foreign place. Just so you know what you're getting into. He said, have you ever eaten at that foreign
The place where we got there a day too early and it wasn't open yet.
Oh, Gavin and I, forget your story. This is more important, Gus. Gavin and I, we went to go eat at the ramen place up north that you can't ever fucking
Tetsuya
get
Ramen.
into because it's always a
place is-
2-hour line.
That place is awesome.
Fuck that noise.
No, yeah, like if you go when they open, there's no line.
Can I tell you something? It's Uchi's 10th anniversary this year, which who knew Uchi has been around that long? Uchi's like 2 blocks from my house. Like I can walk there now, like in 2 seconds. So we're gonna be eating there this week.
Wait, which one's what's the name of the place on Fourth and Colorado?
There's Uchi Co.
No,
I don't know where
in
that
Colorado,
is.
you're talking about Kenichi.
Kenichi. That's what I used to walk past there all the time to the draft house. I thought that's what it was.
Tetsuya's Ramen's awesome. Go when they open, like at 5 p.m.
No.
What were you going to recommend?
I got a
did
job.
Sway.
I'm not gonna take off work to go eat ramen.
Do it on the fucking weekend.
Nah.
Fucking lazy ass.
But it was one of those things where you ever one of those restaurants where you try to go to it and every time you go it's closed. For the longest time, I tried to go eat at Einstein Brothers Bagels. That place closes like 1:30
Yeah.
p.m.
I was gonna say, did you show up at 2 every day?
I've never seen one open ever. Gavin and I have tried to go eat at this ramen place. We led Barbara on a wild goose chase. She was in a separate car and we were communicating with her. We led her all around Austin trying to meet us for dinner. That
You and
day.
your dots and pins, was it?
We sent her
Bloody pins.
I sent her a pin from the phone. and
You are always pretty good at introducing me to new stuff that you can do. Like,
Yeah.
hey, do you know you can do this? And whenever you demonstrate it, never works. Like everything you do with Siri, it's just, I don't know whether when you use Siri on your own, it's actually good. But whenever I see you try and use Siri, it sucks butt.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like I was trying to show him how you can drop a pin at your location and just send it to people like, this is where I am. Come here. I'm not gonna tell you where I am, just come to this pin.
When I'm in an unfamiliar city and I park somewhere, I drop a pin when I park.
That sounds gross.
I just take a picture because it automatically
Just right next
puts
to the
a
car,
I
just drop a
gotta
pin.
Drop a pin.
I disable location services on my phone.
Yeah.
On
Why?
my camera.
I have it so that
The camera, absolutely.
every time I take a picture, it puts the dot on the map in that part
But
of the
you
phone.
realize that people can do the EXIF information or whatever.
They
and,
can see the GPS
They can
data.
see
I'm
exactly
not
where you took
posting
your
these
photo.
pictures, I just take pictures.
Have you put them on
So-
Twitter?
Do you post any pictures
No,
on
I
your
don't,
phone?
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying every picture I has that geotag. So, like once I had awesome food in Portugal when we were cooking on marble or whatever.
So you've never.
And then the next time I was like, dude, where's that picture of the marble? And then I saw where it was on the map. I was like, let's go there again. Boop, went there again.
So you've never
Top.
posted a picture on Twitter.
So you went to the
Yeah.
place?
You've never posted.
Yeah, I went,
You went back to the place based on your picture. You went back to the restaurant.
yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Because
I'm with you.
I was in a hotel in a
Yeah,
completely
but you have
different
to be
area.
careful.
But he doesn't. Gavin does not. I know this about Gavin because I've traveled with him. He takes way, way, way more pictures than he ever posts like online.
I'd say my
as
upload
long
rate
as you're
is like
conscious of it,
He takes pictures like a teenage girl.
and you make sure that you don't put up
I take
pictures where you want
videos.
people knowing what it is.
videos like a teenage girl.
You do. There was a party at my house the other night, and I saw you taking photo after photo after photo. None of those ever showed up anywhere. I never saw them anywhere.
What I do is the next time I see that person, I'll show them.
Yeah.
He walks in
example-
the front door, and there's a tiny like 2-inch step from your kitchen out to like the common area, the living room.
Yeah.
He walked in the front door, walked up, and like stumbled down that 2 inches. I was like, "You're drunk." I was like, "You are fucking wasted." He's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "You fell down 2 inches."
But to be fair to me, I trip on that freaking thing when I'm sober as well. It's dumb. It's a dumb little step.
That's why I can't get a Roomba.
But this is my point.
Build a ramp.
I saw Nick.
I thought about it.
I saw Nick Saldana at that party, Jason's brother.
Yeah.
Tucker's brother. And I showed him a picture that was on my phone from 2005 when I first met him at the Lincoln Center in New York, where he had this weird wispy little mullet thing. And I showed it to him, and it was a cool moment. Because I had it on my phone still.
No, that's cool. It's good to see Nick. Nick and I spent time in the kitchen, like teaching each other how to tie. Everyone has one knot that they tie for their tie. That's a tie knot. I'm sure there's more fashionable guys than me that have like 18 knots. But like I was learning Nick's knot, and I liked it. I always feel like my knot's too small, and I want a bigger knot. I feel fine. I feel
You've
adequate.
said the word too much now. It's like the word's lost meaning.
I always say knot too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick and I were hanging out in the kitchen, like figuring out how to tie knots.
Okay, sounds a little weird.
No, it's fine. It's all good. We're like sailors. That sounded weird too.
People post too many damn photos now. People
You're
take,
like an old man.
People
I'm
take way too many photos.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gavin.
One time I did counsel Gavin that he should not be so open online. He should be a little more private. Like, even to the point, remember I was explaining why you might not want to have your camera open all the time, and why, for you, the thing that really freaked me out is he logs into Google. So Google has a record of all of his searches. To me, that's weird.
You can also disable that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we can just log off.
Yeah. I just don't care.
He just doesn't
What
care.
is anyone going to do with that?
Well, for a while, we have our Rooster Teeth Google account that we
That's
use
fun
for
to look through the history.
Yeah, what
that
is
we
that?
use for YouTube and whatnot. And for a long time, we did not disable the history on the Google searches because we didn't know it was there. And one day I found it, I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like saved every search we've ever done as Rooster Teeth. And I scrolled through them, I was like, "We have some fucked up people working here." So I sent an email to everyone at the company. I was like, "Listen,
What did you find?
I'm disabling this. I'm gonna clear the history, but just so you know, it has saved every Google search everyone has ever done."
It still saves the YouTube links. Like if you watch YouTube
Yeah,
videos,
the
it
history's
saves
still there.
it saves the history of YouTube.
I'm talking about Google searches.
Yeah,
Why,
there's some
why
messed
is
up
why is
stuff.
Chris
Google searches?
crying right now?
Yeah, it was bad.
There's some bad ones.
I'd love to know what some of them were. Can you share some of them?
I don't know, like anything but stuff. I mean, like yeah, all kinds of awful things.
We share. You and I. The only account you and I share is the Reddit account. You and I share. And you said you see stuff that I look at on there, and I'm like, I don't look anything weird on Reddit. First of all, and it's like, secondly, I don't think you can see that stuff.
You can.
You made that joke to me about it.
There are buttons you can hit on your keyboard inadvertently, like if you have Reddit Enhancement Suite.
Yeah.
That like save links and things like that. And I see stuff saved in there that I didn't save.
But even on the profile, you can see liked and disliked.
You-
things.
yeah,
so
you
like
see
if
stuff
like
that you've-
yeah, so if you
I see that. Like Gus will go through and like stuff or
yeah.
dislike stuff, and I do that too.
Yeah.
You know?
But for like you have
Sometimes
to
we
disable
duel,
that.
I
Otherwise,
notice.
What?
Sometimes we duel on a link.
Yeah.
I'll
sometimes,
upvote
yeah.
something, you'll downvote it, and we'll be like back and forth for a bit.
You know, a lot of times I'll just like, that's the right answer. Like, there'll be speculation on Reddit about something. It's like, okay, this person knows what they're talking. It's like, and I try to avoid that person. That's just like pebble in the ocean, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like, no hope. I gave up. I think I gave up on that a long time ago. I have to be honest. He says he gave up on a social media avenue. You okay with saying what it was that you given up on?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Gavin's given up on Twitter. Like, he says he doesn't even check Twitter anymore.
That's a lie.
I post stuff to it and I don't check my mentions anymore.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm worried about spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Oh, don't even say that. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice offshoot. I started reading the books of Game of Thrones because people just started having fun.
I'll start
saying
checking my
spoilers.
mentions again.
who
when
would
that
ever
show's
spoil
on.
Game of Thrones? That would be terrible. Only an asshole would spoil Game of
Well,
Thrones.
we're fucked now. He said it. We're all
Oh,
fucked.
you weren't here on the podcast last week.
I'm saying it 'cause he did
I
that
told
last
a
week.
spoiler last week in the podcast, which was nothing, and I got a lot of shit.
Did you guys watch the credits for Game of Thrones this week?
Yes.
That one-
The one title card with a single name was awesome.
I
That
didn't
was
see
pretty
it.
awesome.
Really?
I gotta go back. Like
It's good.
Because I got back late last night from Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So I watched it, and as soon as the credits started, I just stopped it. Went to bed.
There is a whole credit dedicated to the one animal to an animal.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's literally just one title card.
It's really
by
funny.
I gotta
itself.
go back and watch it.
And it's
That's
like,
really funny.
list of names, one name.
Yeah,
List of names.
that episode of Game of Thrones I thought last night was just kind of an intermediary one.
I feel
thought it
like
was
it's a
pretty cool
setup
scene.
for the final episodes. And like I felt like that watching it, and then I saw the trailer for next week's episode today, and they definitely emphasized like only 3 episodes left. So I was like, yeah, that was definitely a setup episode
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Is there anything about a girl?
We're wrapping up soon. I'm
That-
warning everyone right now.
Is there anything about a girl, something that she likes that makes you like her less?
Yeah, I mean,
No, I absolutely love my wife
qualified to a
and
girl?
everything that she likes.
Why not? Why qualified to a girl?
Yeah, I love my girlfriend and everything she likes.
You're not in a legally
Full
binding
of-
contract. You can spill the
That's
beans.
true.
Full of shite.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that I like less because they like certain things.
Like
But
he likes
I-
me less because I like a iPhone game that has a collectible card game aspect to it.
A little bit, just a little bit. But you know, I'm totally okay. People have to like what they like. Like even like people who love like Justin Bieber. If people find something they like that they're passionate about, that's good. That's a good thing. It's rare.
This is a decision that I haven't made,
Go
but
ahead.
it does happen. If I like a girl who likes horses, I am attracted to her less.
That is every single girl ever made as a
No,
girl.
I mean like
Daenerys Targaryen?
I mean into horses, like rides.
That's every
and-
single girl ever. I challenge you to find a girl who doesn't like.
Do you like horses?
Do you like horses?
There's a girl in here. 100% of the girls
Poke
in
your
here
head
like
out, Kara.
horses.
Tell us if you like
Keep
horses.
the
or
door
not.
open. Let's see some nodding from in the
Did
control
you
room.
ever go through a stage where you liked horses?
Kara's not responding.
We can show the control room and give thumbs up.
Yeah, no one's paying attention in the control room.
think they're all
They-
dead
they've all
from the-
gone. They've
from
all
the
left to
thallium.
go get drinks.
You hate
hates
horses?
Kara,
Dude, really?
Kara
we
ruins
go.
every survey.
All right, there you go.
Get out there.
We have a control room video.
Get
that
out there.
Like horses.
Yeah,
Okay, there's
Lindsay
thumbs
loves
up.
horses.
Katie likes horses. There we go. So we have 75% like horses.
All right. Well,
So what I missed, I was looking at Kara because she was getting out on the green screen. What was the survey in the control room?
75%.
Well,
everyone in the
We
studio.
have 4 females, 3 of which love horses.
Ashley, Katie, and Lindsay all said they like
girls
horses.
that ride horses suck.
Why?
They love themselves
You're
and they love
intimidated.
their horses.
You're intimidated by the horse.
So we have the one girl that hates horses here.
Your favorite character on Game of Thrones, the hottest one to you, is the one who is queen of the horse people.
Only because she can't ride the dragon yet. She's gonna be on the dragon soon
Oh,
enough.
that's a great
Oh
point.
my
Yeah.
God, that's gonna be
So
awesome.
it's like an intermediate. So you like girls who like dragons.
Is that a metaphor?
We good?
You call
Okay.
it the dragon?
Why do you
Alright.
not like horses?
We have Kara on the podcast.
I got I got bucked off of one when I was like 10 years old, and it scarred me for life.
Did you like horses until then?
No, they're bigger. They're an animal that's bigger than you are, so they have
Yes.
more power over you.
That's like half the population.
Half the population is bigger. Oh, I guess half. Well, maybe, but not as far as animals go. But no, I got thrown off a horse when I was way younger, and it scared me for life.
What's great is how small in the frame
Yeah,
Kara
look at
is.
this whole frame.
By the way, yeah,
She
thanks
can
for
do-
the awesome headroom on this shot.
She can do a
There you
sit
go.
so she's a bit higher up.
Sorry, I'm short.
All right,
not your
okay.
fault.
Well, anyway, I did something terrible, right?
Thanks, Kara.
Bye. Thank you, Kara.
I
You're wrong.
did something terrible once. I was shooting an episode of the Slow-Mo Guys with Dan, and we shoot a lot of the stuff at Dan's grandparents' house, which is a house in the middle of nowhere, lots of land, lots of people ride horses. And for some reason for the video, we had to have giant red exercise balls, and we were like running into each other with them and stuff like that. And some bitch on a horse comes riding up, so we have to pause because of the audio. It's like, you hear the horse, it's actually in the video. And I was just like bouncing this exercise ball, and she was like, "Can you stop doing that, please?" I was like, "She's talking to us?" And I kept doing it. She's like, "Stop throwing the ball around." I was like, "We're on his property," and she's riding by it. So I
Why
took,
was she asking you to stop?
I guess she was worried it would trip out a horse. So I was like, "Give me that." And I just kicked it, like way up,
Oh, no.
way over the hedge, and the horse went, she almost went flying. And she was screaming at us, and I had to run away because I was scared. But I was like, bitch deserved it. Started yelling through my shot, dumb bitch.
Why would she yell? That's really...
Yeah.
That's weird.
Because they have like that self-righteous, I'm on a horse, everyone
They can
stop
trample
what-
you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Bloody horses suck.
So you're still on pretty early in book 1, I guess?
Yeah, so I'm pretty early into book 1. I'm at that stage where it's like I'm discovering things that are slightly different in the novels than they were in the show. But I'm really liking it a lot.
I'm about to finish book 1. I'll probably finish it in the next 2 days.
I now realize that for Game of Thrones, they should have put out a primer episode where they educated you on like the history of Westeros
That's
and the houses.
The biggest thing I've discovered, I don't know how far you are, the biggest thing I've discovered between the book and the series is how important the series of events with the Targaryens were.
Yeah. Yeah, the
That
Mad
it's
King.
in the book constantly. So and so at this battle, so and so at that battle. We fought here. We killed them there. This
Like
person's
the
awesome.
Trident
Yeah,
is a big deal.
The Trident. Every other page, you're talking about the Trident.
Yeah, the Battle of the Trident.
Yeah, Joel's telling me about that. Like he was saying, like about like there's stuff in there like the Valerians and whatnot, and, like or Valerian steel. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in the show.
Like,
I'm talking
well,
about
but I mean,
Valerian
like they're like they go like deep into that and tell a lot of information. Like
They did touch on it in this last episode of Game of Thrones when he talks about the throne room
Yeah.
and the dragon skulls in the throne room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I actually like the fact that there's stuff you have to research yourself. Like all the Forerunner stuff in Halo, you don't really know much about them, but you can read about them.
that is
Yeah.
kind of cool. I love that there is a backstory. Like there's
Yeah.
a whole history. Even like Dead Space is like that. Like Dead Space, there's tons of like backstory on sort of all the different markers and like unitology. And if you're into that game, like there's a lot of stuff you can read up.
Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of that even with the first game. I never played beyond the first game. I played the first game, but it was it Ping's Treasure?
Yeah,
like you had
yeah.
to like decode all the messages.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
And there's like the
was
whole,
really into
there's
that.
a whole writing, like
Yeah.
a whole like code. You can like find stuff on the wall. It's really really neat.
Who is the most different character in the books versus the first season show?
Again, I've only read the first book.
Yeah, first
So I mean, there's definitely a big asterisk on that.
Are you using the audiobook at the same time?
Still don't understand that.
I don't know. The most different.
Aren't there some characters that are still alive on the show that should be dead?
I don't know. I'm not.
I
caught
would
up.
say I think the character who's the most different from the book is better in the book than in the show is Robert Baratheon, the king.
I think
And,
he was
like-
great on the show.
Yeah, he was great on the show, but in the book he's like both great and tragic in a way.
Oh, yeah?
Like how awesome he used to be.
Yeah, in the book they constantly talk about how strong he was and what a great fighter, and a lot of that's lost. You just see the faded glory.
Like
in the
Jaime
TV
Lannister,
show.
this is not spoiler stuff. He's known as the Kingslayer. So it's almost like circumstantial that Robert Baratheon became the king, but it's like that was like a whole thing where it's like it wasn't sure who was going to be the king. Like for a couple seconds in the book, and it's like no, Robert Baratheon is such a badass. There's no question.
Yeah,
Jaime
like-
Lannister's like just kidding.
Like the fights, like caving in people's plate mail with a hammer because he's so strong.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and like the fact that he's a big fat dude, jolly fat dude, is like sad because Ned Stark hadn't seen him in like 20 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
In the book, they also talk about how Renly looks like a younger version of him, and I feel like in the TV show, Renly's a little more, like not as muscular.
I don't even associate them as being brothers.
Yeah.
How old is
And Stannis Baratheon,
Yeah.
I did make that connection for 2 seasons that they're related.
Wow. How old is the dragon woman supposed to be? She's supposed to be like 14 or
She's
15.
13 in the book.
13 in the book?
Yeah.
And Sansa's supposed to be really young too, right? Like
Yeah,
14
they're all
or
really
15.
young.
They're all really young.
At the beginning of book 1, Robb Stark and Jon
14.
Snow are both 14.
Yeah.
Man. The scenes with Theon this season have been brutal.
I'm done with them. I don't need any
No
more of that.
spoilers.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Too much.
Well, we'll do. We have some plans. I don't know if we want to talk about it yet. Plans for more scheduled podcasts, more regular spoiler casts. And Gus and I are working on that.
Yeah.
Right now, trying to figure out how we're going to do all
We'll
that.
hopefully have more news on that soon, which is going to be some pretty good content, I think.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people on there have been asking about the podcast Let's Play. And do you have any news
We
about
filmed
that?
one. We filmed actually a couple of podcast Let's Plays last week.
I tried to film that.
Gus let me listen to about 30 seconds of it, and it was awesome. There's some really funny
we
bits
used
in
some
it.
podcast cast and crew. I've got 3 that I'm working on right now that'll hopefully all come out this week. We're gonna film hopefully another 1 or 2 this week for release next week. But yeah, it's fun. I've been learning a lot doing it. Kudos to you, cutting together those Minecraft Let's Plays.
Let's Plays take a long
It's a
time.
beast.
Yeah.
It's crazy to manage all of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of data to move around. But yeah, we have recorded them. They'll be out. They're being edited. They'll be out soon. No further information other than that. I don't want to spoil the surprise. All right, we should wrap up here.
Okay.
So I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll be back next week.
If
on
I may,
Monday. Yeah.
can I say something? At the risk of sounding too serious or too maudlin, I know we talked about some serious issues a couple of podcasts ago when we were talking about the bombing thing in Boston. But since then, I didn't bring it up on the next podcast after I found out about this, but I did want to talk about it. In a career, and Rooster Teeth has had a lot of success, there are lots of little things that can happen that can make or break a career. And oftentimes those things are things that make a career, and you don't see them until you have a little bit of distance on them. And I went through a period recently where I was kind of like looking back over some people, over the 10-year anniversary, some people who have helped us at Rooster Teeth and in the early days with Red versus Blue. And I was thinking about some people that I hadn't kept up with. And one of the people that I wanted to get in contact with was a guy by the name of Graham Leggett. If you've seen the DVDs and watched our credits extensively, you might have seen his name mentioned a couple times in there. He was the film director of the Film Society at the Lincoln Center in New York. He is the person who decided to program the premiere of season 2 at the very prestigious Lincoln Center in the heart of Manhattan in New York. It was a great honor to have that done. And unfortunately, I learned when I looked him up, I found out that he had passed away 2 years ago. And that was a hard thing to realize, that someone who had been so influential to us, even with a small decision like that on his part, that I just hadn't kept up with him. And I went to Gus and I went to Joel and Matt and everybody else and Jeff and talked to him about Graham passing away. And just so to give you a little bit of perspective on how important he was, even for just a short window of time at our company, is like Gavin went to the screening at the Lincoln Center. It was the first event that we ever met you in person.
Yep, it's true.
So even in that regard, it's like the influence that he had over it. He left the Lincoln Center Film Society and he moved to San Francisco and was the head of the Film Society in San Francisco. On his death, he died of cancer. And I thought he was a writer himself, and I thought it would be great to let you hear some words of his own on life and what it means. He wrote, "Ha ha ha, Jesus, there's a lot of little funny things," he wrote recently as he was dying of cancer. "I can't even remember half of them. That's what happens to a life, though, isn't it? The little ornate things drizzle away like cakes in rain, while the big blocky stuff is left to stand in for a lifetime of minutia. It is sad and is beautiful." I don't think that Graham would have thought a lot about Red vs. Blue. It's probably just one of many films that he programmed over the years. I don't think he would have thought a lot about it when he was on his deathbed or at the end of his life. I think we were probably one of the pieces of minutia that probably washed away in life, but that's what life is all about. But Graham, you were a pillar to us. Graham Leggett was 51.
Yeah. Big thanks to Graham. He was a big influence, big help to us early on.
Thank you, Graham.
So thanks.